nice beginning of the week.
Ugh, Mondays.
Shut up.
Shut the fuck up! It's the middle of fucking July! Suck it up, loser!
You're already
Jesus.
taking summer classes.
It is, it is, it is, you are taking summer classes.
Fucking nerd.
Yeah, of course Tony will.
I mean, I took a summer course when I was in college.
Yeah, I just finished taking 5. It's a thing we do.
I mean, I did a full intensive year of uh animation stuff but I started in August, I think. Or no, I started in March and then ended in March, which mean I did
Yeah,
most
hi.
of my
Hello, new follower.
who followed? Say their name.
Foregathers.
Thank you for gathers for the follow.
Alright.
You're so cool.
So Epic Gamer.
Okay.
I'm gonna log in, get that viewer up. Even though I am the DM, I'm still going to. It's kind of fun because I can actually see Pierce's character sheet. It's the only one I can see, but it's nice to look at.
Yeah, because listen, I like having it up.
I mean, I could
Very
just see
aesthetic.
everybody else's. I could just go to D&D on it and judge you all harshly.
Look at it this way. You can spend so much time just looking through his inventory. That arsenal.
Yeah, because I have my D&D Beyond open, so... Wow, look at all my items!
Oh.
Alright.
It's insane.
That's pathetic.
You also need to get into... You need to get into Roll20. You too, Jake.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, pardon me.
I'm
I
still...
didn't realize I didn't-
I'm still Cloud Colors, so let's switch that.
Yep. Alright, everybody get out of your false skins for one day. And let's get back into your normal skin.
I am
Zip
back
it
in
up
my
tight.
regular skin meat suit of Pud.
I'll be back with.
Wait. Say the thing with the Pud voice again that I didn't like, but I actually think is kind of funny.
No.
Oh.
I'll say it when the time is right.
Okay, fine.
Alright.
That is fair.
Well,
Are we ready to delete these 3 from existence? Or 5?
yes.
Fuck you!
Goodbye. Goodbye,
Yes,
I'll miss
delete
you.
me from existence.
Wait, no.
You
Oh, yeah.
exist twice!
Dang, we didn't get deleted. That's nice. Oh, dang. One of the lone survivors.
I've perished.
I feel guilty.
Alright.
What do you mean? Are you still somewhere on the sheet? I'll delete you.
No,
you aren't.
no.
Wait,
No, Tony's still there, it's fine.
No, yeah, I know Tony is, but...
No,
I deleted the blue version of Tony I made for the blue...
Yeah, no, everyone's gone.
Cool.
Dang.
Alright.
We're Tony, we're like
Are we ready? Do
baloney.
we wanna get
Got
going,
it.
or...
Yes.
Is Alicia here?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Ooh, you're really quiet. Do you wanna move mic closer?
I am?
Yeah, oh, never mind, you're good.
There we go.
I think you were just far from the mic. You're okay.
Okay, cool beans.
Okay. So, after a pretty hearty clash in the Artificer's lab, you all, as the Outcasts, head back up to your rooms for pretty good rest. You don't know exactly how much time you have here at the school left, especially now that you're housing Mercury and Ross, who have to stay in one of your rooms, as Adriana did not want to give them any other rooms. Who is Ross staying with again?
Tenari.
Pretty sure
I think
it's Tenari.
I think it was Tenari.
Is it
Yep.
Tenari? Does Tenari have a roommate? Okay. Fun. We love that. Oh god.
That's assuming Tenari spends any time in his room.
Fair enough.
Just gonna
That's
tell
super
someone
funny.
else.
Tony would let you bunk. It's fine.
I'm sorry. Yep, so Ross is staying with Tenari and Mercury obviously appears. You all settle in and get a pretty easy, like, first couple days in, just relaxing and having, brief conversations and trying to get your head around all this confusion. Meanwhile, Tony and Vander, on a strange Sunday morning, go on a weird adventure and then end up in the medical ward. We're not going to talk about that today. Moving on. Um, you all wake up. It's Monday morning, so classes are actually back in session as they normally are. It's a bit more loud in the halls as you guys wake up and come to. There's breakfast prepared in the hall, the sort of cafeteria, as always.
Is all of Pud's disgusting shit still on the floor?
Most of it has been cleared up at this point because it is a new week.
Good.
But there are still remnants of clam chowder that have been stashed away in
God,
corners.
the smell of the mold is probably like just residual in the air.
It's bad. It's bad.
Wait, does this mean I'm alone again? Perfect.
Yep.
God damn it.
I guess we'll start. What do you guys want to do? You have undetermined amount of time. I guess I should ask first, how long are you willing to spend at the school, knowing what you know about leaving?
At least a week.
At least a week? Do we want
Yeah,
to
that.
call it at a week? Do we want to say it's a week and a half?
What's everyone else into?
Um,
I mean, I think if Piers is also with if Tanari and Piers both have Ross and Mercury with them, then they would. I mean, Piers would ask Mercury like what his standpoint is.
What?
Piers would probably ask Mercury what his standpoint is of how long he feels it's good to stay.
Yeah, I feel like Mercury probably tells you something along the lines of, like, I'm not sure exactly. We don't even know where these labs are located. We just know that there's probably one on the northern peak of the island. We don't even know how long that's going to take to get there, so I think we need some time to just figure it out. At least that much.
Fair
All right.
enough.
We'll say that this conversation of you guys asking happens while you all are sitting together at breakfast, so you all can just conversation.
Hey, Tony.
Yes. And I think Tony's just casting prestidigitation to try to cover up the scent of the mold.
Is there a way we can capture the moon? Like the light from the moon.
Oh, okay. Sorry, for a moment there, I thought you were talking about, like the beautiful woman that...
I'm already trying that, don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of which, do you know where I can get candles?
Vaguely? Yes.
Tony,
people...
roll
roll for candles.
Roll for candles. Roll an intelligence, like a history check for me.
Okay.
I'll say
Can I guidance this because it's something
yes,
I'm asking
absolutely.
For? All right, fuck you, guidance.
All right, lovely. So that's a d20 plus 4, and then a d4 after that.
Yep.
Lovely. Okay, on its own, that's 17. Dang, we're rolling real well, gamers.
Pretty good.
And then with the d4.
Almost a one.
Oh, dang. Okay, that's a dirty 20.
This is a school for wizards. You can get candles here. That's not a problem. This is a school for wizards.
I could get candles anywhere.
Great.
There's like the equivalent of like that college gift shop where they sell like those like really bad t-shirts, but instead it's just like all your basic candle, like all your basic spell components.
How were was the fucking school merch at your school that bad?
Oh, could we not buy?
We didn't have school
Usually.
merchandise. It was just a school.
Oh, fuck. Bud doesn't know how to read. He wouldn't know that it's overpriced.
It's like overpriced candles.
It's 1 silver.
I'll say with I think that's with a soft 20. I'll say you also know that if you want to get something cheaper, you could always take a ferry out to the main island and look around places such as like Scryport is usually a place that a lot of people go if they want to like get away for like a day. Because you're not chained to the school. If you want to, you could just be all like, all right, fuck you, I'm gonna go on a boat, and then like ditch class. Like they're not going to stop you, but you're gonna be like, you shouldn't skip classes, you know.
Okay, yeah, like
solid.
I could just take a stick off of the island and we could go.
Yeah, you can
I'm
take a
sorry.
ferry down and you can go to any of the sort of
Nice. Okay.
more localized towns. I can grab a list of those towns that you could go to, but just give me a sec. Scarport's the only one I remember, and I need to open my notes.
I
Isn't it?
feel like
Do you want to go like Skyport or whatever? What's the this what is that? You know the one I'm talking about, right?
yeah, no. Yeah, if you want to. I mean, I was just thinking like I would just take them from some borrow, take. I was going to ask, but I wasn't going to give them back. Like from someone here. But if you want,
Oh
I
no, no, we can do
but-
that. We can do that. That sounds much
Okay.
Hmm.
easier.
Tony, I actually did have a request of you as well. In this, that arm cannon that I gave you, you still have it.
I do.
I was wondering if you could somehow figure out how it works and make it smaller, and he here's pulls out a revolver. If you could,
Oh.
if you could somehow find a way to modify this and make it kind of do the same thing, that'd be greatly appreciated.
Oh yeah, no, that's much better. I thought you wanted me to rip off your arm and replace it.
No,
So
I kind of
I am
listen.
so
It's
much-
people have tried once before, so I wouldn't be
The
surprised.
other end of the table just coughs.
Oh, okay.
This
no.
downtime is just asking things of Tony because of Lucas or something we have not.
That's when you finally get a fucking friend that knows how cars work.
Hey, listen, we've had this thing for a while. It makes a weird noise. Can you look at it, please?
This is the same car that JFK was killed in. How do you have this? Anyway, here's will hand off his. It does not look like something that he would have. It's probably really nice looking. For reference, he took that off of a noble.
Okay. So
But yeah, there's
gone.
still like
Arm
blood
cannon.
spattered on it.
He would have cleaned it. He's not. It's
I'm kidding.
She leans over, and before you know it, her eyes have settled on, yeah, Tanari and Raven. Okay, anything else I need to add to my laundry list?
No, I have nothing to ask of you. Actually, I'm gonna head upstairs. I'm not feeling great. You guys have a good one.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
I have Tom's if you need it.
Thanks, but I'm good.
Raven.
MC
Yes.
Tom.
Yes, Pud.
Mwah.
Tom sponsor us.
Alright, cool.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, I need to go find the enchanting class actually. Okay. Breeze will also gesture Mercury if he wants to come with them.
I guess. So
If you-
I guess Mercury has nothing else to do.
I don't know. Does he want to hang out with Ross?
I mean, Ross is just sitting at the end of the table, just kind of like looking at everybody with like that sassy sort of like eye smile, you know? And he's just eyeing everybody down.
We get it. Your parents buy you Gucci, all right?
Right, yeah, that is the energy. That is the energy.
Can I hold the stair before going?
Absolutely.
Cool. I wanna see if I can win this.
Does Ross wink?
Make a constitution check.
A constitution?
Yep.
Maybe, like
Good staring contest.
You're
Because
staring.
I smooched Raven, could I give guidance? In a sense?
No, because this is
Alright.
not something that you were anticipating. This is something
Fair
that
point,
Raven,
fair point.
like Raven was leaving and then decided to have a staring contest.
I see. Okay. No worries. This is fine.
You're also still blue and not
Okay.
green, by the way.
A what? Sorry?
Your icon is your dice color is still blue, by the way.
Oh, I forgot to switch it. Thanks.
Oh, it's alright.
Back to green.
Yeah,
The lucky green.
The lucky green.
that's not a lucky green.
Your luck point against
Lucky
staring
green
contest.
strikes again.
I'm determined to win this. Can I luck
Sure,
point it?
lucky it.
Don't you have
Yeah.
3 luck points?
I sure fucking do.
Okay. Actually, okay. You're staring for a while, and your eyes are beginning to water, Raven. Make a. What's your passive perception? Just
My
tell us.
passive perception is a 21.
It's really fucking high. You would notice that you've never seen Ross blink.
I was about to say that fucker doesn't take his armor off. He's still wearing a mask.
You've never seen him blink. You've I don't think you've ever seen their face. They're always wearing that weird, like that really pretty elven lady. It's that or like this like slightly off, like this basically like Walmart brand Orion. And those are like the two that they mainly switch between around you.
No name brand Orion.
He's probably like they've got to be cheating, right? Like I don't like this isn't going.
No, Ross is probably still wearing his mask.
Yeah, no, this isn't.
Oh,
You're killing yourself for nothing.
I will
don't,
break
uh,
eye contact before I blink.
Oh
I
my
just
god.
want to say that.
all right. You break eye contact.
Ross,
Ross just turns back to you and just goes, "Oh, I can't remove the mask."
Well, okay, but you could make it blink. You don't have to be a jerk. Like you could be honest.
Well, I
But on my
find it
own,
more
thanks.
entertaining. People find me a little unsettling if they realize my eyes are always open.
I thought they just.
I think it's more unsettling knowing what's under the mask. Pierce says as he gets up to leave.
Hey, Robert, don't worry. I don't think you're unsettling.
Thank you, Pud. I appreciate you. Ross like hands over and she gives you a little pat on the head.
I kind of like you about 90% of the time, but then 10% of the time I remember you're evil, and it's a.
Not
Anyway.
evil.
No, you're not
I just
evil.
follow my own rules.
Okay.
I
You
mean,
know
that's
that
what
could be
evil
said of
people say, but okay.
anyone here. Like, no offense.
Well,
To
I
anyone.
won't kill any of you, I promise. I definitely could, but I won't.
I'm sure you could.
Hmm.
You're very.
You see, as you're talking, Tony, I want you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh God. Okay.
Oh,
Ross looks at you very
Oh,
intently.
Antoinette. Oh.
Go,
Okay.
Antoinette, you've got this.
is he doing the
Come
thing?
on, Tony, you can do it.
Come on, Tony, you can do it.
Yo,
You
if Tony
can
fails this,
fucking
Raven
do
will be
it.
the
Oh
only
my
one that
God.
hasn't fallen for this.
Pierce didn't fall for it.
Raven never
So-
fell for this.
Neither did Pierce because he didn't fucking try it against him. He just made a comment about it.
Mhm.
Okay.
What do you mean? I thought he did.
No, Spark. Sky and Bryrell were shown.
Yeah. So it was
Yeah.
Sky and Tanori.
Because that Ross knows who. Before that, Ross knew who Pierce was because he trained with Mercury like all the fucking time.
Yeah, he did.
Fair enough.
So Ross would already know who he was.
Well, he didn't know who Pierce was.
He just knew what he looked like.
Anyway, now
That's
stop
pretty
it.
cool.
You're breaking the illusion, Tony.
It turns into a 16 with Flash of Genius.
Fuck you.
Yeah, that's right.
Why do you have Flash Genius? That's stupid. I was so excited for a moment. You see, as you do, like, whatever your Flash of Genius is and you save from this, you just see Ross pout. I'll get you one day. Okay.
I won't worry about it.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
Tony,
It's
can
kind
we
of
go
funny
get...
because I'm high key into like everyone. Like
Shh, shh, shh,
respectfully.
shh.
Well, do you want to let me into your mind then?
Don't. No. Stop. Don't. I'm
No,
sorry.
I, okay.
I need Tony for this.
Oh. I'm not gonna hurt Tony.
Yeah, I know,
I
but I
mean,
want to get
come
stuff done.
I mean, do you remember when I like, and you see as the form of Ross shifts completely into like that weird sort of celestial face of Saloon for a brief second before it shifts back.
Don't.
That's a weird one, actually. Like it's just it's weird. I
See,
actually don't
it's
know who
different
that
though,
is.
because like you're pretty ugly in comparison.
Wow. I never knew I'd feel offended by an insult by a kobold. Interesting. Alright.
All right. Anyway,
Anyway.
see you, Ronald.
And then I'll try to
Bye,
drag
bye.
Tony off.
Alright. Ross is not going to correct you. Ross doesn't give a shit.
You call him Richard next.
Do it. Call her Richard. Do it.
Please,
Anyway.
I need you alive.
The fact that you're alive is a miracle. Anyway.
Stay alive. That could be enough.
Who's first?
Wow, the bar is
Uh,
so
what
much
do you-
lower.
What do you
What
want?
imagine
Who do you
this?
want to do first?
Do you want to
Sure.
Everybody make a flat d20 roll. Let's see who gets to go first.
Oh, lovely.
Okay, cool
I
beans.
love
D20.
rolling.
Just a
Yeah.
d20.
13.
Flat D20.
Four.
Here we go.
Right.
That's a 16.
Oof.
Ooh,
Hey,
All
Nat
right.
20. Oh, great.
I guess we go.
I couldn't win that contest.
No, but I mean, good job, Raven. So I guess we're doing Raven first then.
Okay.
Is this what you
Cool.
wanted?
No, I just wanted to win the
This is what
contest.
you're getting. The dice said.
No. Okay, fine.
Go back to the clerics, Raven.
Well, we're not going back to the clerics because they don't have any more crystals to aid with therapy. So we're gonna go and we're gonna see if we can reconnect to that dream we had like a couple weeks ago,
All right. Are you?
where
so
we could spy on the alternate version of ourselves. So
all right.
we're gonna see if we can pull that back up.
All right. Describe to me how you do it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to focus on it really, really hard.
You sit down. Do you ask for help anywhere? Or are you just doing this in your bedroom? Do you just like lay down?
Pretty much. Alone
Okay.
in my bedroom.
All right. Make a wisdom check
Oh, wisdom check. Okay. Yeah. I can
with
do
disadvantage.
wisdom. Oh fuck. Okay. No worries. Big worries. Real big worries. Okay.
You really think about that dream, and you think about it real hard. But you have no idea how to access your fucking memories because the only way you were able to do it last time was with the help, or was with the help of the crystals, or what happened directly after they kind of like pulsed your brain, for lack of a better term, to awaken those memories.
I didn't know that the dream was caused by the crystal when it happened before the crystal. Okay.
Oh wait, hold up. Did that happen? Wait, was that the dream that I gave you in the smoke?
Yeah, that was the one where
that
I
was
was
the
spying on
smoke.
Alt Raven.
Yeah, that was the smoke one. Never
my
mind.
God,
Sorry, I
punch
thought
in
this
the
was the
face.
other one. I remember. But you really try to focus in on that dream, but you're just unable to connect to it.
Okay.
But
Can I
because
ask? Could I ask Ysir for help?
Yes. Yeah. You. What do you say?
I have no idea what to say. I haven't talked to this person in like a while. I don't know. Let's see if I can like just straight up ask for help here.
Okay. What do you say?
Hey, Smokey, you busy?
Make a charisma check for me.
A charisma check? Okay. I'm like slightly better at those.
You're a bard. I'd hope so.
I'm not a bard because I'm good at it. Fuck. Could I possibly use a luck point for this?
Yes. I'll let you use a luck point.
That's your last
Thank
one,
you.
isn't it?
Nope.
Yep.
What?
You got two more.
I got 3.
There you go.
Hey!
Yay. I mean, you only used one luck point on the staring contest.
Right.
I only used one on the sparing content. Yeah, that's right.
I stopped you before you could use any others.
I probably would have used all of them if Caleb didn't stop me.
I knew. I had a feeling. I had a feeling. No, you reach out to him and you hear that sort of voice, that deep voice in the back of your head. And that just goes, well, it depends on what you how busy.
Right? Love it. Forgot he liked to be as undirect as possible. It's fine. Okay.
What do you need, Raven?
I need some help figuring something out.
Okay.
I can't do it on my own, and assistance would be great.
You you hear like a long pause and a sigh, and he goes, "I have a few minutes." And then you feel your body, you feel yourself kind of being pulled from your mind as your body just kind of falls limp. Do you let it happen, or do you fight it?
I'll let it happen.
Right.
I'm sure he's got no bad intentions. This is fine.
Well, as your eyes kind of like focus in again, you see yourself in that dark room with like sort of the red, with like a lot of like the red interior, like the red silk curtains and such. The walls made of stone brick, though they appear to just like shift and move as if made with sort of small sort of plumes of shadow and smoke. But and you've been in here before. You recognize this location. And standing before you is the tall, sort of elven-faced man, the long, sort of slicked black hair down, and comes into a very sharp widow's peak on the top of his head. As he turns, his like sort of his red eyes kind of catching yours, and he stops and he goes, "Well, what assistance are you looking for?"
I had something happen maybe a day or two ago. Uh, I was able to spy on someone. I wasn't purposely doing it, but if I could figure out how to do it again, that would be great.
I remember that. I was there after all.
Wait, what? I don't remember you being there, but okay.
You amuse me, Raven. Just make it a safe assumption that I'm always there, watching.
You know, I don't feel comfortable with that. There is many things I'd rather you not see.
Well, there's many things I'd rather not see as well. Part of the partnership. You signed up for it.
That I did.
You wish to see into a sort of false reality.
False reality? Is that what it is?
It is a mirror of what this reality is, yes. Though parts of it have been skewed.
Okay.
What you saw was not entirely a lie or incorrect. It was a more of a reflection.
I see. Great. So, not real version of me punched me in the face. Loving it.
Correct. It sends you back for a very limited time. Being in a place like that is very draining on one person. There's a reason why I didn't let you stay in there for too long.
Fair enough.
If you go back there and you spend more than an hour exploring your town or whatever else you might find, I will pull you out at an hour. Any longer than that, and your soul might get fractured and you potentially might die.
Death. Fair enough. I guess I'm not supposed to do that yet, so hour it is.
Well, you have 1 hour. Don't waste your time. And you see as he kind of waves his hand towards one of the sort of walls of just plain brick. And it begins to kind of open into that same sort of white window, that sort of white, sort of eye-shaped glass that you recognize from before. And he stands there, hand outstretched, pointed towards it.
All right. Through the looking glass. Here we go.
Gives you a nod. And do you touch it? Do you step through?
Yeah, I'll go through.
You step through. And as you do, your feet kind of land on the stone pavement of Violet Bay. Pretty quiet morning, but you could hear that sort of ambience now that you're outside of people talking, but you can't quite make out the conversation. It just sounds like mumbled language.
Okay.
You can hear bells talking and birds chirping, but you don't understand any of it.
Okay.
It's like a hollow echo in your ears.
Do I see anything familiar? Like anyone?
Make a perception check.
Perception. Okay. I think I'm okay at those. It's gonna be a 28.
28. With a 28, glancing around the area, at first you don't really see anybody. You see people, what you assume would be people, but none of them have faces. They're just blank slates and humanoid shapes that just kind of breeze past you. Um, but as your eyes sort of keen around, taking in the details of the streets, you see a little ways off, a shorter tabaxi, um, with sort of like whitish hair, similar to yours, kind of standing about.
How far is this white-haired tabaxi?
30 feet.
30 feet? All right. I want to get a little closer and just confirm suspicions before I attack this person.
All right. Do you want to make a stealth check?
Yeah, I'll do stealth. I can do. 3, 2, 1. It's gonna be 20.
That's a 20. Yeah, you kind of duck in between. You're very familiar with these streets and these patterns. You've snuck around the city more times than you can. And as you begin to approach this figure, they kind of come into more detail and shape. And they're much shorter than you. And you're already pretty short. So actually, at this point, he's coming around to be the same height as you, maybe a little bit taller. You see that familiar shape of your younger brother. And he's kind of just sat there, leaning up against kind of a tall lamppost, and he's just looking out over the water. His eyes are kind of like glazed over.
He's got white. Okay.
It's more like streaks of white.
Okay.
It definitely looked white from a distance, but as you came close, like there was more detail. I believe he has like grayish black hair, right?
Yeah, Grackle.
Yeah. Is it Grackle? The younger one was Sparrow.
Sparrow's the younger one, yeah.
Yeah, so it's Sparrow. That's right. I know your family. Jeez. It's Sparrow. It's the younger one. But he's
Okay.
at this point he's a little taller. His sort of darkish black, almost gray hair has like streaks of white in it now, which from afar you almost thought it was you for a moment, but upon further inspection, like the color kind of comes in, and from that sort of white, shadowy humanoid figure, it just kind of comes in with like the sort of the darker skin, and then you see his eyes, you see his face.
Okay. Can I reach out?
You touch him.
Yeah.
You place your hand on his shoulder. He doesn't appear to react. He seems to be extremely distracted with something else in his own mind.
Right. Okay.
Like you see he's looking out towards the water, but like it's in that sort of way where he's not actually looking at the water. He's just kind of looking in its direction, you know?
Okay. Let's see if I can try speaking and see if he hears it.
What do you say?
Sparrow.
Alright. Make a charisma check.
Charisma check? Okay. $19.
As you say that, you see his ear twitch. And he blinks a couple of times and kind of begins to kind of move as he's like, there's like life coming back to him almost. And he kind of furrows his brow a little bit and just kind of like looks down at the street. you. He doesn't look in your direction. He just kind of stands and looks a little bit more confused. His eyes move from the water back down to like the street beneath him, and he just kind of like his ear. Very, you know, like that sense of like, you know, when cats kind of like their ears face the noise, but they kind of don't yet. He's doing that thing. Where like the ears are definitely facing in your direction, but like he's not facing you.
Okay. Okay. I have no idea how to get him to know I'm here.
I'll try again. Do you wanna? What do you want to do?
I don't know. Can I like pull on his hair?
Sure. You reach
Cool
in,
beans.
grab a hand of the hair. Make. I guess this one I'll say.
I'm not really doing this to hurt him.
Yeah.
Or them. I'm doing this to like get their attention.
Yeah. Make a. I don't know. I'll say roll an attack roll. Just
An
unarmed
attack
strike.
roll?
Unarmed strike, but we're not going to count damage to it. It's simply to see if you can grab him in this sort of form that you're in.
Okay. No worries. That is on an armed strike. Oh, it's I see. Okay. Boom. It's gonna be a 13.
13.
Yeah.
You see, as you go and you grab up some of his hair, he kind of just shakes his head almost at the same time. So when you grab onto his hair, your hand almost like phases through his head for a second. It's kind of weird. And you pull your hand back out, and you see now his like head is turned, and he's looking down the street, kind of like where in your direction. But his eyes aren't exactly looking at you. They kind of like look like past you, and then like over one shoulder and then over the other, and he can't seem to target his eyes on you. He can't see you, but he's definitely more aware of something happening.
Damn it, Sparrow.
You say that out loud.
Absolutely.
You say that again, and you see his ears kind of twitch again towards you, and he's like, you actually see him now. He reaches for a dagger at his side, and he goes,
It's a bit rude.
it's like this. What? Are you invisible? Are you? What's going? Can you show yourself, please? And you see him like defensively cross his arms over his chest and kind of like presses back up against the pole.
Wish I could.
No, never mind, actually. Don't answer that. I know what you mean. You see him just kind of look down.
Do you?
What do you want? A new mission or something?
No, just checking in.
You don't... Huh? I'm gonna roll to see if this kid has a sense of insight to him. The answer is not really.
Oh no, Sparrow, why?
You see his eyes kind of go down, like his ears just like flatten against his head. He's like, "You're kid, this is some sick joke." Listen, I knew
Offensive. I am way funnier than that.
you're not, but I'm hearing things. I'm hearing things. I'm talking to a ghost. Talking to a ghost. Ghost of Raven's past. That's what it sounds like. You see him just laugh to himself as he just turns back around and just kind of looks down at his feet, like tries to rub his eyes.
Bitch, I'm not a ghost. What the fuck?
What?
I am not dead. At least I don't think I'm dead.
What do you?
It would make things a lot easier if I was dead, wouldn't it?
Wait. No. Oh, this is Are you fucking with me? Are you fucking with me?
Do you think I'm fucking with you?
I do. It's been a confusing few months ever since like Raven died. So, yeah. I kind of feel like you're fucking with me.
I'm not dead.
I find that insanely hard to believe.
Okay. Care to explain? Maybe why?
You see, as you say that, like his like lips tighten, like physically, you could see. He just kind of goes. I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to you. And he kind of just like generally makes like a hand of like a follow me kind of motion, and then begins to kind of walk down the street in a direction, almost like he's
Okay.
kind of like looking around, and there might be people who see him.
Cool. I'll follow him.
Yeah, you follow him. He just kind of like walks around, just trying to seem more casual than anything else. And like after he leaves like about like 50 to 60 feet, he finally speaks up again and goes, "Tell me something only Raven would know, and not like the weird Raven, like the good, like." I'd really like it if you weren't dead.
Okay. What's something only I would know? Well, I do know you still sleep with that. What was it again? Small, plushy thing. Doesn't even look like an animal. It just looks like a random fuzz of something.
Mouse, and you see his like ears go down defensively.
What's its name again?
Mousy. Okay, fine. Okay. Okay. How are you talking to me right now? Not dead, kind of normal Raven?
As I never died.
Yeah, okay, but like you're not here, so how am I talking to you?
You know, I have no idea.
Okay,
Weird
cool.
magic.
You kind of sound like weird and like echoey, so I thought at first this was like a message spell or like a sending, but like I've had messages come to me before, and this is not with how like this feels like a conversation, you know? Like this is weird.
Yeah, you're telling me.
So you're not the weird Raven.
Good question. What is the weird Raven? Any more information I could get on that? Because I've got a score to settle with that thing.
Right. He's like your doppelganger of sorts.
Great. Man-made. Came from another dimension.
I don't know. He just kind of appeared one day, and you know, Purity. She kind of, I don't know, introduced us in a weird sense, and called him like my new brother. Like a couple days after, she told us that you were dead, and it was really weird because like. I don't know, at that point I kind of just wished you stayed dead because this like new part of you was I don't know, it was like weird. He's just like you. Like, you know, he talks like you. He looks like exactly like you. But like he finds like this sick pride in wearing the mask and whatever. I don't know. He says something about its identity makes us weak or some bullshit like that. I don't know. He makes us call him by like weird nicknames.
I know he's messy as fuck.
Yeah. Tells us. I mean, for a while, like, we had someone locked in the basement in like this weird tube thing that I had to like I had to guard it every once in a while. And he would just call it my prince a lot. I didn't know what that meant. It was kind of weird. Like he got like kind of like weird with it. Like it was uncomfortable. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
And then
needs to
one
die.
time, he freaked out and started punching holes in the walls. So I went down to go see what the problem was. There was like a hole broken into it and like a weird door on the wall and whatever. And I was like really confused why there was a stone door in a wall. And so we tried to open the door, and of course it didn't lead anywhere. It was like a weird imprint in the wall. And I didn't know what was going on. I didn't even know what was in that thing. Like I thought it was like a person, but like I thought it was like one of those like alien people, you know? Like those
Wait.
alien people that she brings around sometimes.
You don't remember who was in that container?
I never met him.
Oh no.
What's wrong? Do you know who was in the container?
Yeah, I do.
Is he your prince?
No.
Ah, okay. I don't know. What? I wasn't allowed to like know him. They wouldn't even let me like look at his face. It was always like, you know, the lights were always turned off when I was there. I
It
don't
was
know.
Alice.
Who?
You really don't remember Alice?
No, I'd never heard that name before.
Oh no. Guess she's been going crazy with the memory tampering spell again.
What?
Don't worry about it.
What? Huh?
So, new guy's really creepy. Got it.
Weird. Ooh. Steven died. Fog. Sorry. Steven's
Oh, no.
back.
Be
Anyway,
alive.
alright.
Huh. Okay.
Nice. He's weird. I don't know what to tell you.
No, this man is not allowed to live anymore. That is for sure.
Okay, that's the weird thing.
Mm-hmm.
Me and a couple of others, actually tried to execute him, like, I don't know, like a month or something ago.
Aw, Sparrow, I'm so proud of you.
Aw, thanks. I mean, okay, well, it
Can I
didn't
try
actually, no.
ruffling his hair?
Let me explain. You try to, but like, you physically can't touch him. So it's like this weird kind of like, whoop, like your hand touches him for a second, but then it like phases through his head, and he just doesn't seem to react to it at all. But he kind of goes, yeah, well, okay, I should explain, don't be that proud, because it didn't work. When we got into like a weird like 5 to 10 foot radius of him, suddenly like we couldn't like move, like we couldn't attack him, like we just couldn't. And it wasn't like just me, like I was worried that it was like a just like me thing, because like he's my brother. Well, no, he's not my brother. Thought he was my brother. I don't think I want to call him that though. But like, you know, like the other guys, like he they couldn't. Like they tried like a lot. Like it was a whole thing. We ended up getting thrown into the ocean. One of them died, but yeah, he kind of just grabbed me by the collar and threw me into the sea.
Okay, yeah, that bitch dies.
Well,
Where is he?
I don't know. He moves like every day. Like sometimes I'll see him around the house, other times he's like patrolling the streets, and sometimes I don't see him for like weeks at a time. He just kind of
stick to any sort of schedule.
Hell if I know. I don't know. I don't. When I think about it, my brain gets weird.
Okay. Can you try to think?
I can. I don't think he does. I think he kind of just goes where he's needed. And I don't know what that means. I don't know what needed means. Like, like I have a patrol schedule, but I don't think he does because he's like, I don't know, better than us.
All right. Have you seen him within the last few days?
I think the last time I saw him was maybe a week ago. I saw him back at the house. He was having another rage thing, and he punched a hole into a wall by Mom's Purity's office.
Yeah, I remember it well. Rubs his nose.
Oh. Wait, are you? No, hold on. Wait, are you evil him? Have I been talking to evil him this whole time? And you see him actually begin to kind of like frantically panic now as he doesn't quite understand what's going on. Listen, okay, if you're not evil, I miss you. Life sucks, but like, I don't know.
Can't promise I'm not evil, but I am not the imposter.
Okay. Well, fuck you, I knew someone. Listen, I don't know, I can't promise anything, but, maybe, if I can send you, like, a letter or something, like, to a place that's far away from here and make it not, suspicious, like, could you reply? And just send it to one of the safe houses? Maybe?
I could do that.
Yeah, okay.
Look, if you could send a letter to this address, and he will begin to recite the address of the tavern in...
Okay, the Tavern Bahara. And you see him kind of like think for a moment and then like take like a small like sort of pencil out of his like pocket, like he has like a small satchel at his side. He pulls out that and like a scrap of like paper, which looks like it's like the back of like a receipt, like from like a tavern. He just like quickly writes it down on his leg and then folds it back up and puts it in his pocket. He goes, right, I'll send something. I guess. Okay. Don't die again or ever. I guess. It's confusing. I don't. Okay. I'd like to talk to you when you're not in my head and I'm not walking down the street looking like a weirdo.
You will soon.
Okay.
Can I try to ruffle his hair one more time? Like.
Yeah. Okay. So
really
do.
focus on it?
Yeah. Do. I'll say for this one, make it. This is charisma.
Charisma.
Yeah, because it's your spellcasting ability.
Okay.
Which is what you need.
19.
I'll say that one, yes. Yeah, you reach up and you ruffle his hair and you actually feel like physical touch this time. And you actually feel yourself ruffling his hair. And you see as you do, he just kind of smiles. He just like looks down and smiles and just lets you do it. And he kind of just does like a small nod. He's like, okay. And then you see his eyes black out. And he looks up at you and you hear a different voice come out of him and he goes, time's up. And you hear, and you see as his hand reaches out towards you, Sparrow's hand, but that sort of deep voice that you're very familiar with, and it grabs onto your shoulder, and you feel pulled as you're pulled from this scene, and you wake up, just sit like literally like sprawled out over your bedroom floor.
Right. Well, that was fun.
Hope that made you happy. I've got things to do. And the voice kind of fades and you're left alone. Alright, everybody roll again. Everyone but Alicia.
Oh, we're
Sounds
not going
good.
off the rolls
Okay.
from before. Okay.
Yeah, fuck it, why not? I mean, we can if you guys want to, but it's fun to roll dice.
It
9.
is fun to roll dice. I'll take what I can get.
11.
So we got the highest roll. Hey,
13.
Tony did. Tony.
I mean, this was almost the same, except Pud would have gone next. Or,
Yeah, like
except it was almost the same order, actually, except Pud was after Piers.
then.
Yeah,
Alright,
Pud
then.
was last before. Other than that, it was the same order.
Yeah,
Lovely.
get fucked, idiots.
Oh,
Shut
dang.
the fuck up.
Fine. Right. Well, Tony, you're up next. What do you do, Tony?
I feel like Tony
I mean,
has made a
first-
list. Yeah.
Oh. Sorry, it wasn't the first thing that we got some candles.
Yes. I think Tony's
Do you
gonna
want? Do you
look
want to?
in.
Do you want to take Pud and go to the candle shop?
I would be more than happy to take Pud
Alright.
for camp.
I mean, you could just go down there with Pud and go check out that little expensive gift shop, unless you want to go get candles somewhere else. If you know somebody who might have candles.
Candle dealers.
Any candle dealers in the school?
Wait, yo,
Who
any
get them
candle
from the
dealers in
mainland
chat?
and then
Like,
like
hit me
sell
up.
No,
them for
wait a minute.
like chest
Tony,
dancers?
Tony does know a nerd that might have some candles. Actually, a certain person with an excellent name that we shall appreciate.
Oh, fuck off. I don't want. What was the voice?
No,
Fiddlebonk Whirlpool Snap would probably
I
have some
will
candles.
say we don't need to
Fiddlebonk is
roleplay it
dead.
out.
Fiddlebonk is dead.
I'll say this: we don't need to roleplay it out. But if you wanted to go pick up candles from Fiddlebonk, I'll let you do that. We don't need to roleplay it. You pick them up from Fiddlebonk.
would like
Fiddlebonk's
to
a little
go to-
confused and is like, yeah, sure, whatever. You give her like a big bottle of wine and she's like happy with it.
I don't usually do this, but I'm not giving these back, so I felt bad.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, so you pick up some candles. A couple of them are like the tea lights, but like you get like the good candles for spellcasting as well. Wizard to wizard.
Yes, for spell casting. That's what it's gonna be used for, not for
Uh-huh.
ambience lighting for a date.
That's what I thought it was. Yeah,
Okay.
you get a little bit. Yeah, you pick some up and you can go drop them off for Pud.
Okay.
Just find Pud wherever Pud might be at. and just
Where
go.
is Pud? That's my question, Liz.
Pud is probably just in the. Is there like a target range?
I
If
was gonna
not,
get that when we got to Pierce's turn or yours, but yeah, like
shotgun,
outside,
shotgun go bang.
around like kind of around where a lot of like peers did like that sort of practicing with the class with like the dueling class. There's like a small archery range. It is most of the time used for bows and arrows, but they've just like made extra padding, like really fucking thick targets that you can that for specifically for you and Pierce to just shoot your gun at a bunch.
Hehe, shotgun.
And it's really, the thing is, it's really loud now, and all the archers who are there are like, okay, fuck it, you know what? They slam their bows down.
no,
They're
no,
like,
no, 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 no.
Fuck you.
Okay.
no, this is obnoxious.
Pud points the gun at them.
Okay, no. I prepared for this asshole. I cast silence on myself and then practice.
Oh, okay. All
You're
right.
an asshole. I prepare
All right.
spells. What
You
cleric?
cast silence on your area for, I'm assuming you and Piers, or
He is not there yet. No, he's not there.
Oh, Pud's
Only
up.
me.
Okay, Piers
Only
isn't there
Pud.
yet.
Only
No, because you know what he's doing.
I know what you're doing. I was just saying, are you there with Pud in this moment? Like,
No.
we can play with the timeline a little bit. This
No,
doesn't have to be like Monday morning, Tuesday morning. Like this could
No,
be things
it's-
that happen over multiple days. You know.
No, he has his schedule set.
Okay.
All
I
right.
feel like to hold all these candles, Tony's probably armored up, specifically because that lets her use her gauntlets and all that
Oh, yeah.
jazz.
Oh yeah.
And so I just start waving. Hey, Bud.
Pud is just like mouthing words at you, not
No.
comprehending the fact that he is in a silent spell right now.
No, Pud. And I think I'm just gonna start miming. Over here. I need you here, Pud. Pud, I can't. This
But
is
you
nothing.
can hear Tony. Oh
Yeah,
no,
I'll-
you can. No, you can't.
Do I need to make like an insight check or something to
insight.
understand?
That's
I'd
good
love to
time.
make an insight check. Thank you. This sounds
Yeah.
excellent.
Insight check to understand what does Tony
Okay.
mean.
Okay,
Tony
I'm gonna
mean?
roll.
Oh, it's a 19. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what Tony means.
I'll walk out.
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, thank you. I got the candles. A friend of
Ooh.
mine had some, big nerd. Love her
Mhm.
the bit. So, here. So is this about your lady thing? Or like are you
Yes.
okay, cool. I love that. Keep me posted.
Oh.
Yeah?
Hey, actually, you do your thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna keep practicing. I gotta talk to you though later about my idea for moon stuff.
Oh, okay, I can help for sure. I have to go do the thing for peers and then maybe look into some other stuff, but it'll be good.
All right,
And I
see it. And then I'll walk back in the silence and keep going. Boo, 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 boo.
I gotta head off. Gotta figure out that arm and that gun.
Yeah. You head back
Yeah,
down to the
he-
artificer's lab.
Tony has his fucking gun. He couldn't do it.
That is fair. I forgot about that. That one thing. But that's fine. Yeah, no. Yeah, you go down to the artificer's lab. There's a bunch of other artificers down there working. A lot of them have taken apart the robots that you brutally murdered a couple days ago.
There's one that's just a torso from Piers.
Yep. Like, you know, they're just like, and they're just like taking the parts apart, and like either they're trying to like reconstruct them, just kind of like as a project, or some of them are like trying to like turn them into other things, kind of like suits of armor like yours,
Nice.
and like learning their properties and like stuff like that. You know.
Iron Man
Like,
theme starts
nerds
playing
stuff.
as one kid's back hitting shit on an anvil.
Yeah, there's
There's a very specific human with a very specific beard.
there's a very specific human just off of the corner with weird glasses and like a little like that little like goatee like beard almost.
There's only one Tony. Don't forget that.
No, his name is Anthony.
All right, and I think I just head over, and I probably have a little desk that it's not necessarily mine, but I kind of claim it. And it's
Oh
good.
yeah, you have that. I feel like it's pretty standard for other artificers to have their own individual workstations, you know, so that their sort of projects don't mix up with others, you know. But yeah, you could sit down.
I feel like I would just sit in place, and then maybe at least while I'm looking things over, Tony would probably, you know what, prestidigitation, some music, maybe the da 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 is playing. We don't know.
Yep.
But I do think she listens to music while she works.
Oh yeah, I mean radios do exist.
True, I know, but
I mean,
she's extra.
okay.
I make my own music.
Things like radios and jukeboxes do exist, and yet everybody tends to forget them. Things like microphones and speakers exist as well, but like everybody chooses to forget about that. It's all right.
Imagine-
You know, I
no.
do this world building for nothing. I respect that.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Okay. So do you want me to just make investigation checks for individual items, or how
Yeah.
are we doing this today? Okay.
I think we'll start with investigation. Roll me 2, 1 for the arm and then 1 for the gun.
Okay, I'm
And then
doing
we'll do a intelligence check to see if you can fuse the 2.
Oh, lovely. Okay, so this one's going to be for the arm. That's a
Okay.
+8 to investigation on a d20 roll. And that's a 14, so a 22.
Damn, really good. You also, as we go by, this is a blaster. So what it does is it adds a sort of paralyzing effect to the target, while also dealing a sort of a small blast of bludgeoning damage. That's what it does. So unlike, you know, arrows that do piercing,
Normal
I'm pretty
bullets
sure-
that do piercing.
normal bullets that do piercing, yeah, I was like, I think they do piercing.
No, they do
I'm not
piercing.
sure. Okay, thank you. I was pretty sure, but I wasn't like sure. Like, you know, this does bludgeoning damage instead, because it's kind of like a blast, like a fourth, you know. Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a little too much for my taste. I mean, it's good though. It's cool. I would do the same thing. I'm just saying I don't like it on. Anyway,
Not everybody's cup of tea.
26. with that.
It's a revolver. It's kind of like a fancy decorative revolver as well. Piers was right, it was from like a noble guy. You do find like leftover specks of blood like underneath kind of like the where like the bullets are held. Fuck, I don't know gun anatomy.
Listen,
I'm not American.
Listen, we
But,
don't
like-
we don't explain how Piers got the gun. He just has it. That is
It's
also
a messy situation.
that was the guy that got killed in the worst way.
Yep.
That was the worst one.
Uh-huh. It was brutal as hell. You didn't have to do it, but you did.
Alos was the one that fucking killed the other
Oh,
guy. I just knocked him out.
You knocked him out, and then Alice killed him because Alice just didn't understand what was going on.
You
'cause
didn't
nobody
know the
explained
plan.
it to him. Nobody explained it to him, so he just thought that they were going in for a massacre. That's not my fault. Explain to your NPCs what's going on, kids. Let's continue. No, it's a gun. It's a really fancy gun too. And it being more decorative, you do realize that it probably would break a lot easier because it's more of like a fancy gun, not like a sturdy gun, you know. But you could still make do with it.
This smells like classism and the exploitation of workers.
That's exactly what it was.
Okay, and then a d20 plus 4 for the fusion?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, excellent. Okay. I think she takes a deep breath, rubs her hands together, and gets to work. So that's a nat 1.
Oh,
I was just about to say I'd give you advantage because you got a +20 on both of those rolls.
Well,
if
it's
you
up
wanna-
to you.
If you want to take that advantage, I'd highly recommend
Yeah,
it.
rip both of those
I
items.
fell
if you
forward
can.
here. Who knows? Maybe I lose my arm.
it's fine. You'll get a new one with that other with the gun.
Piers, I know you said you wanted this, but okay.
He's somewhere in the hallways looking for the enchanting
Yeah,
class.
I'll take it. Thank you, kind DM. That's a
God damn it.
Oh,
Roll 20.
I
That is-
prayed to say Loon that would happen, and it did. Oh, let's
a
go.
second nat 1.
Welcome
Yes.
to the
Second
club.
nat 1? That's never happened to me. We have to
Um,
quit that, right?
Yeah. Nope. Natural 1.
Welcome to the club.
Oh, say Loon is merciful. Mwah. Sorry, keep going.
Yeah. Listen, the gun is just too weak to hold this. It's a really cool blaster arm, which you could maybe do something else with, but the gun, it just won't fucking take it. Like, as much as you like try to like connect it, the blaster to gun ratio is just not working. And you're like, there has to be a way to do this. There absolutely has to be a way to do this. And you start pushing and pushing a little bit more, and then you just hear something snap.
Oh no. And I think I just turn around in my seat and I look at the various other artificers around the room.
Yeah, your like artificer teacher is like just like vibing in the corner. There's just like an older human dude.
Professor.
Yeah, Tony, what's up? God, wait, hold on. Does he have a name? Hold on, give me a second. He does have a name. Give me a second.
Hey, Tony, what's up?
Hey, Tony, hey, how's it going?
Not good.
He sounds like his name would also be Tony, though.
I know. It's like you got the Italian version of Tony, and then you got like
His
Jersey
name
boy.
is Gary, and he's a halfling. So he's not human. He's halfling. So he's just short. He's this little halfling dude with like kind of like brown and gray hair. Kind of walks up. He's got this big goggles on his head. He kind of walks up and he's like, "Hey, how's it going, Tony?"
I'm not
Yeah.
good. Not
Oh.
good. I did a bad thing.
Oh.
I'm not like failing forward. I mean like the
Hey,
universe.
well, you know what? We can always learn from our mistakes.
No, but Professor, I really need to get this right. Like this is like some cool, important people are in, and this is like I'm doing this for the headmistress's son. And so if I mess this up, it's like
Yeah, no. Oh god, wait. I think I just heard about that. Yeah, she's got like a son or something. I didn't even know she was married. Like I thought she was like widowed or something. Anyway, sorry. Like, teacher's lounge drama. You don't need to get you involved with that.
Chris is gonna have to have a fucking meeting with all of the teachers. Oh my god.
Listen, T. You listen. I know what happens at a school. The teachers gossip to each other all the fucking time, and I know that for a fact. But no, he kind of like crawls up to. He kind of like pulls himself up onto a stool next to you, kind of stands on it, kind of looks down at the revolver, and the thing. And he looks around it. He kind of goes, "Can it, man?"
no, of course.
All right, I'm going to make a check for him.
Yeah.
Okay. It's better than yours. I think
Okay.
everything would be better than yours, though. Kind of looks around and he kind of goes, "You see, I don't want to do this for you. But your problem here is the mechanism that charges up." He kind of points to like a small sort of like crystal, kind of like in the middle that obviously holds and charges the power of the blaster. You see, this the power source is much too large for what you're trying to put it on. I'd recommend maybe finding a different one, or finding one that maybe is smaller. That might be a good like first step. Um, I've never seen anything quite like this before. But we've got a lot of weird scrap parts from a bunch of other constructs now. If you want to like take a look at the scrap pile, see if there's anything you could poke around on. I'm pretty sure like you're using just some of the parts from the robots, right? Like, we've got plenty of others. Like you've totally destroyed this one. Like this arm, it's absolute garbage. There's nothing you can do with it now. But there's another one. Like I can for sure get you a different one. Unless you're really attached to this one, which I don't think you should be, because I don't know what you did, but like I don't even know how to fix this.
I will take a new one, please. Thank you. I
It's
appreciate
no,
the support.
that's all good. Let's head over to the pile and see just what we can do. I kind of like walks over to the pile with you, and it is literally they sweep all of the robots you killed into a corner, and there's a bunch of students just poking around at this like literal pile of junk.
This is what it's all about.
It's just like a real Battle Shop class.
Happy
Yup.
to hear.
And he's kind of like, all right, go ahead, take your pick, make an investigation check.
Yay! All right, back to using my good modifier. Let's go. So to be fair, this can't save me from another nat 1. Okay, so that's a 16.
Alright, easy enough. You find another arm. You killed a few of the Solomon model bots. You find another one.
Oh, nice. And this one doesn't smell like. Well, I mean, it still kind of smells like charcoal, but like not as much. In a different way. This is.
I don't exactly know what happened down here. All I know is you left the room with a bunch of the weird guys. Not weird. I think they're pretty neat. I've never met them personally,
Thank you.
But like it was a little strange. They had 2 other people in robot suits, but like I feel like they were just like costume, like dressing up as them. Like it was kind of weird. They passed me on the hall as I was heading into the lab. It was weird. I saw you with them.
Like, it's a thing.
Yeah. A pretty neat arm. Like real detailed arms on like that drow guy though. Insane. I wish I got a better look. Anyway.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I should probably get back.
Yeah,
But
he'll let you go.
Hey, thank you, for being like a respectable, helpful teacher in any sort of school system. That's just like,
Hey, that's my job. It's kind of like my passion to always create things. What's a magical world without its magical instruments?
hey,
All right, get to work. He kind of shoos you back off and then waddles back over to his desk and kind of sits down, and he's like working on his own cricket.
okay.
This
Let's-
time, I'll let you roll investigation.
Oh,
'Cause,
okay. You don't want to risk. All right, roll 1d20 plus 8. That's a 19.
19. That's pretty good. This time, what you're able to do is not completely destroy it, and it's kind of like to very meticulously take it apart, and instead of just taking the blaster and putting it on the gun, you kind of put the gun on the blaster, for lack of a better term. So you kind of basically create a sort of like mold that the gun kind of fits into, that the blaster at the end is kind of holding on to. I'm
Okay.
trying to describe this. And that way, the gun's a little bit more sturdy. It's not a perfect creation, but it's a creation nonetheless.
Okay, I guess I
Pretty
could.
cool though.
Mark 1. Well, Mark 2, but Pierce doesn't know. Pierce doesn't need to know about Mark 1. That's
You need to know.
fine. Okay. Come on, Tony, let's go. And I think with that, gotta go find this boy.
Right. I think narratively, I think it makes sense to move to Piers next,
I agree.
if that makes sense. So, Piers, what you doing?
Looking for the enchanting class.
Yeah, I mean, easy enough if you like ask around.
Yeah.
There's like students that'll point you directly in that direction. The moment you say enchantment, they're like, oh yeah, no, her classroom's just like that way. And because it is, you know, a
Mhm.
school day, there is actual classes going on, so you can't like see her immediately. But like in
No,
between that sort
he wouldn't go in unannounced. Like, he would either knock and wait at the entrance or the door frame.
yeah, as you kind of like wait by the door frame, you see, actually, it's the same very, very beautiful, elven woman with like kind of like the dark skin and the big curly, sort of brown hair. And she's like golden like tattoos, kind of like that curl up her arms and a little bit under her eyes. And as you knock, she kind of looks over and she goes, "Yes, right?
Yes.
I'm a friend of your mother.
No, isn't everyone here?
That's very true. It's very sweet. Do you want to take a seat? I'm in the middle
Yes.
of class."
Yes, I'll wait for you to finish your lesson.
She
I
kinda
don't want to interrupt.
Very, very well. She kind of turns back to the board where you see a bunch of these like glowing glyphs on how to try to think of an enchantment spell. It's oh, I'm trying to think of an enchantment spell off the top of my head. I didn't plan this. Charm person. That's enchantment, right? Yes. And she kind of explains, you know, the best way to get people to, you know, distract. And it even comes to a point where, you know, some of the classmates kind of stand up and begin to try and charm charm one another. To like, and you see students starting to do like weird dances. One of them gets down and starts barking like a dog, and people are just laughing and having fun.
And you would smile at that, just seeing them, and
Make a
just,
wisdom saving throw.
god damn it, I knew someone was gonna do it to me. 9.
You feel this overwhelming urge to just dance all of a sudden.
Default dances.
Sure, I was gonna ask, how do you dance?
No, fuck it.
Sure.
Fucking
you start
Fortnite
dancing
default dance for
uncontrollably.
In his head,
And
he
yeah,
is
you
screaming.
see there's like this like human kid who's just like laugh like oh my god, I got him. Yo, and he's like goes to his like friends and they're like, yo, they like pull out their sending stones and shit.
Rest in peace to that kid.
That's just a fucking view of the school. You see a kid get thrown out the window.
After that, after like a few seconds, you feel that enchantment quickly fade from you, and then you hear I have to pull up her name because I can't say it without looking at it. Dosara, kind of like clap her hands a little bit. And she goes like, "All right, that's enough." And you see, almost as she claps her hands, all of the magic that was cast, all of the enchantments put on other kids, just begin to, just like fade. Like instantaneously.
Ugh.
She kind of goes, "All right, well that's enough enchanting for one day. As you all know, I want you to practice your runes and everything, and I'll see you all tomorrow." And then everybody kind of picks up their books and stuff.
Yeah,
And she kind of-
Can I stop the kid that actually did that to me for a second?
You grab him by the shoulder. And
No,
you
just
go, yeah, dude, it was just for the fun.
No, I know. I want. Here's a little minor illusion, Tanari. Try to do that to him.
Make a persuasion check.
Natural 1, 6.
Dude goes, "I've never seen that dude before, but like, sure." Okay. And she just turns and just keeps walking. This dude, the kid's just never seen him. He probably will forget about it the moment he leaves the door. It was like that kind of
That's right.
conversation. Like, it was like, nah, you're good. You tried.
Yeah, no, try. I
Nori
just
will
wanted to
not
fuck
be
with
tempted to doing the default dance.
Yeah, I try. I wanted to just fuck with Tenori.
That's fair. That is
But
fair.
in the he'll if the teacher is now free, he will approach her.
Yeah, and she kind of sits down at her desk. She's got like a pile of very well organized papers on one, and she kind of on like one side of her desk that she hasn't gone to writing yet, like a smaller pile that she has. And she kind of looks up to you and she's just like, how can I help you?
Well, I was wondering if there was something that you could do for me or anyone actually here, but I feel like I'd trust you the most with this.
I'm honored. Are you seeking enchantments?
Yeah, and he will
Information? Or
he will summon the shield.
you summon the shield and she goes,
I'm-
oh,
I've been meaning to have in my travels now. I have frequently found myself throwing this shield at people, and as much as I can bring it back and forth, it is a little, how do I, you know how you'd say, it's not the greatest thing to do in the middle of a fight is to not have it come back to you completely.
see, you want some sort of returning enchantment on it?
That would be greatly appreciated if I could have that done.
Well, I definitely could get it done. I am not one for enchanting magical items myself, but I have a friend who could help me. Though sadly, because he works out of school, he does charge.
That is
Um,
completely all right with me. Believe me, I was prepared to pay someone for it.
And you see, she kind of like she gives you a nod, and she takes the shield from you if you let her.
And he'll
You're gonna hold
complete
it in her hands.
he'll completely break the bond from it as well.
She was gonna ask you to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Perfect. She kind of nods and then kind of runs her fingers over it and kind of looks it up and down, and you see her eyes flash a bit with that bright golden color. She says, and you hear her say, "Hey, I've got a little project for you. Returning shield. How much would you pay? Or how much would it cost? I guess. Fuck, I'm trying to be gross, but then I realized I didn't pick her up, so that's fine. And you see her pause and wait for a moment, and then she smiles. She goes, "All right, so it'd be about 200 gold pieces. But if you had any pearls on you, he said he could knock it down to about 150.
Fortunately, the pearls that I have, and I can't will summon the sword. They're kind of in use currently.
Fair enough. I wouldn't take those from you. In that case, it's 200 gold.
Yep, absolutely will do that.
Alright. Hand over a little pouch of 200 gold, and
Yeah.
she kind of, you see as she kind of stands up, and she kind of like takes, almost this like long sort of like oak, like wooden cane, or like staff, and she kind of like taps the floor, kind of like on the floor begins to draw this small teleportation circle, and she says, "He's a good source, so you can trust me, though it won't be in my direct care. I promise it'll get back to you in one piece, probably about a week's time."
That sounds good to me.
Right on. And then she kind of finished the circle, and it kind of flares up, and she kind of gestures for you to place both the gold and the shield
Yep.
In the circle.
Just put both of them on without hesitation.
Yeah, you place them down, and then suddenly they're gone. And she kind of smiles. And you see her wait for a moment. She kind of like holds up a hand, telling you like, "You stay here, like just
Yeah.
stay." And then you see her eyes flash with that golden light again, and then she goes, "Thank you. All right, I'll let him know. Once again, it'll be done in about a week's time. I guess you can come back to me if you want an update on it. Though, I only have so many sending spells in a day.
Yeah, that's alright. I have within this week. I have plenty plans right now.
Well,
I
glad
trust
you're-
that it will be done.
Oh, you have a. Sorry if this is a bit personal. I've noticed you have a group of friends you hang about with.
Yeah,
I noticed them at the sort of game that happened.
he-
You and Angus.
yeah.
Sorry about that.
It's yeah. That is so because she doesn't. Would she have known that he technically didn't win?
She apologized to you.
Yeah, that. I'm assuming you could see that what happened to me.
I can see through his simple illusions. Yes. Um,
It's
but don't worry. Your mother
It's-
did tell me a bit
yeah,
about
it's
you.
a little more
So
complicated than just honor and losing.
I fear. Well, no. I mean, she is one of my closest friends. She's like a sister to me. She's told me about some of the things your father used to experience. It's quite tragic, actually. Sorry you have to deal with that.
It's only just reared its head a few. It's only just reared its head, and it's. I plan on finding a way to be able to have it under my control, but right now we don't have. Right now, my uncle is the only source, and he's on Vihara right now, and I won't be back there for a little while.
Well, whoever your uncle is, I hope you get to him soon. Hope he's of some help. But my question was, you know, the tabaxi with you, white hair.
Yeah, Raven.
Yeah, Raven. That's his name. Oh, that's much more familiar. I couldn't remember his name, for the life of me. I've seen him around before. I guess we must have been in town at the same time or something. It was almost like a frame of deja vu. A bit strange. How that works. Anyway, thank you. I was going to ask his name. Beat me to it. Anything else you want?
Yeah, could you pull me to the evocation class? I actually have a little more
Oh.
personal business there as well.
Oh, yes. She's his classroom is just above mine, actually, just one floor up. Almost roughly in the same area.
Thank you.
Alright. She kind of waves you out. The door
Yeah.
kind of gently opens as you leave. It kind of
Well-
opens for you.
Make his way up.
Alright, you make your way up. Next floor. You make your way up, and kind of facing you immediately, is a very wide and very open classroom. It is more like this entire floor is one room, and it looks like a gymnasium, except for the fact that there's weird scorch marks everywhere. And you see kind of like blocked off in like this small, almost like bubble, kind of like up towards the ceiling. There's like this like glass bubble on the ceiling, where you see some movement in it. Other than that, there's like a couple of other students in the classroom kind of like shooting off firebolts and like ray of frosts and shit, and there's like scattering against the walls. As you enter.
You'll go to find a bookshelf that has what he might.
There's no bookshelves.
There's no books. Fantastic. Okay,
There's absolutely no books.
So, okay. If there's nothing, he'll just fucking caution to the wind and immediately try what he is doing.
Alright.
what-
I mean, I was gonna assume that you went to the library where the books are kept to do
No,
some
he-
research. Alright.
No, he'll.
We can say narratively you went there first. If
Yeah,
you
but-
want.
Yeah, no, he would have found just like a little
Okay.
bit about, researched a little bit about about traumatic orb and like booming
Yeah,
blade just to get the.
We'll say this happened like yesterday, and then today you're doing this.
Yeah,
We'll say like something like that. It doesn't matter. The timeline could be a little funky.
yeah.
That's fine by me. But like, yeah.
He'll find a spot where he is out of the way of people's target, as well as just make sure that he has distanced himself in case something he is doing goes wrong and hurts somebody.
Yeah. Okay.
And I will say I will expend the spell slot to do this,
Yeah.
as he
Spend the spell slot, and then
I will say what he will be doing. So he summons his sword in one hand, and then starts to create a chromatic orb of lightning, let's just say. I don't think there's not really that just chaos kind of magic of just it doesn't know what element it is yet, unless that is a thing.
you can try to focus it. I mean, to cast a spell, you need to know what element you're casting it
Yeah, no,
as.
he'd do
So,
like
yeah,
he'd do
it's lightning.
no, he would do like, and then just take a deep breath, and then put that hand onto the sword and try to channel it into it.
Alright. Roll a D100.
I will use a roll 20 D100, not the D100.
Yes, because
That's a 10.
I let you do
Hold
it.
on.
We were physically in the same room last time.
64.
It doesn't take. You do it. You press it into the blade, and you see it spark for a moment, and you get hopeful that this will work. But you get a little you feel that sort of energy, kind of distracts you for a moment, and suddenly the lightning kind of scatters, and it smashes into the wall and scatters across the floor. And it scorches the floor. But as it does, nobody seems to care.
No, he does not assume so, and since this is one we will narratively rest, I will use all of my level 1s to just try again.
Okay, how many level 1 spell slots do you have?
I have 4, so I will use all of that.
Roll 40 100s.
I will do that individually.
Yes.
Alright, first one. 30... I don't know why I said it like that. 30.
No.
98.
Absolutely not.
98 doesn't?
It's the other way around. You want to get a 1.
Okay, so
Or
it's
close to 1.
it's something lower.
Mm-hmm. It's it works this. In my head, I use the same sort of system that Divine Intervention does.
Okay.
Just because it's easier for me to remember it like that, but I have the DC number set.
Okay.
It's not your own level, which is what it normally is.
Okay, and the last one. Like 95.
You try, and it just doesn't take. The one where you rolled the 30, that was when you felt the closest. You felt it actually you were almost able to pull through with that strike, but it just didn't quite hit the way you wanted it to. Yeah, so that's how you spend your day.
Okay, I was gonna say I could try to do a level 2, but no. If you say yes to that, and if not, then no. Then he'll try once tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make you roll. You already know how it's working. And you're gonna. We've talked about this. You're gonna spend the rest of your time getting proficiency with the gun, right? I'm not gonna make you role play through trying to spell out every single time. That would get incredibly repetitive. So instead, we'll say eventually you manage to cast it once, maybe later in the week. But it's on only one time you were successful. So now you know you can do it, but you know it's difficult. We'll say that. Is that fair?
Okay, am I adding it to the sheet or not? That's all I need.
Yes, I told you could, but I thought you already did.
No, I've had it off until all of this properly happened.
Oh, okay. I assumed you had already added it to your sheet. That's my fault on my end. Alright, I guess that's just between Pud and Tanari now, unless there's something else you want to get done.
Why do I have 2 versions of the spell? What the hell?
Because you already added it.
No, I mean physically on D&D.
And Tony? Did Tony want to do something else?
all good. I mean, if you want Tony to find Piers later, then I'm more than okay with that. I just wanted to.
Oh yeah. Right. We'll do that quickly. It's the end of the day. Piers, you're all tired out from all of that.
He's probably just sitting on the floor of that classroom.
And Tony, you fine.
I think I mage hand a quick wave while I'm holding the thing
Okay.
behind my back.
He has probably like taken his armor off and like the uniform that he's wearing is like almost completely unbuttoned. He is just he looks pretty tired.
Whoa.
Hey.
You know, you could look a lot worse.
Yeah, trust me, I have before.
Hey, listen, okay, so it didn't quite work out at first, but I did look into it a little bit. It's starting to work. I can keep going if you want me to.
I mean, how's
What?
it? How's it looking?
Pull it out. Caleb, if you want to describe it one more time, you can. But my understanding is essentially the gun is fastened sort of in the hand of this blaster.
Yeah, roughly. So it's now a lot bigger than a normal revolver because of the size.
Is it like fucking like Mega Man or Samus's thing now?
A little bit.
Okay.
I know you
But
said
like,
you
but
wanted.
like, it's like to a point where like you can still see your hand, but it's just kind of like like the top of it kind of covers your hand a little bit, almost like a little shield, like a hand shield.
Okay.
You know, the idea was little, but that didn't quite work considering the size of the power source. So I just kind of leaned into big, and I like it.
Pierce will, he'll take it and might just give it a look over and there's no living targets that I want to shoot with this is the problem, so I wouldn't know if it works.
Hey, if you want me to,
In
I
the
think
corner.
For some reason, Tanari's there perfect.
There's just like there's like some half elf kid.
No, I'm not gonna shoot anybody.
All right, are you sure?
you could, like, if you want to test it out, you can shoot me. I mean, like, I'm pretty tough. I don't really know how.
Are you
big
sure
you are.
about that?
I mean, yeah. Oh, I should probably. I'm gonna regret this. Or not. It's fine. I learned.
I
from
mean,
it
you'll
later.
regret if you actually do get stunned by this. I'll take you out of it. I can take you out of it because what's the thing? Lesser restoration would do that, right?
Less restoration would do that. Yes.
Okay, good. Just double checking.
Right.
All right, if you're all right with it.
No, definitely. And I
Okay,
bamf out my
there you
armor if I.
Yep,
Well,
you.
Just step back.
Tony suits up.
All right, and I guess I will take a shot.
All right. You cock it back and you take a shot.
Roll to hit. Let's see if this beats
13.
my AC. Okay, my AC's a 19, so I won't take any damage. Nice.
Well, I mean, I miss. That's
You just sit up and it just like goes and like bonks onto your foot.
Oh.
Your armor's just like too thick.
Nice. I mean, I like that. There's a sizzle to it.
I
You
can.
keep going.
Guess
I
you can
could.
see how it works in combat then.
No.
Absolutely. Wait, that's not a natural one.
No,
never mind.
that's 4. It's the
Yep,
3.
that's 3. Yep. Yep. You blast it again, and it kind of just off of Tony's armor. Tony just has really good armor. Like now that you're looking at it, like this is really nice armor.
Big revolvers have 6 shots. You'll do at least one more just to see if.
Sure, why not? You can roll.
Just one more. 18. Then you said it's 19.
It's so close. But it just goes pew, 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 right up Tony's armor. Tony, you've got really nice armor.
Yeah, no, listen. If it's not working, that's fine.
No,
I mean,
it's
definitely.
I mean, no, it's going. I'm just not hitting you.
Yeah, no, it's pretty.
That's the problem. I'm just not hitting you. It's not that no, it works. I think it works fine. It doesn't. I feel like I need. No, I think it's working good.
I could probably show you I mean, I'm not sure what he could show you necessarily, but he's been practicing. You could work with him tomorrow. Could be fun. Or maybe he'll be busy with his date thing.
He has like the sword in one hand and then the gun in the other. It's just like that. It's a hard contemplation. I'll sleep on it. I'm not sure if I wanna.
Okay.
I mean it. I mean you can't. I mean it's too hard to make it smaller. I'm assuming.
Well, no, I could try. It's just last time I broke the old arm. Like this is a new one that I grabbed from the shop.
Okay.
Like it wasn't like I could do it. It takes a lot of
Yeah.
work.
I mean, I'm not gonna pressure voice. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. I guess.
To give it one more go if you want me to. But I feel like right now this is like I think you look pretty cool with it.
I
I
mean,
think lots of people look cool with it.
hmm,
All right.
I think we'll maybe.
But
Yeah, I don't. Well, I'll think about it.
this happens at the end of the day. Back to the beginning of the day. What the fuck is Pud and Tanari doing? Who wants to go first? You guys can either roll again.
9. No, I
You rolled a
rolled
9?
again. I rolled a 9.
Steven!
Steven, I hope you roll a fucking 8.
Steven!
Unless you want to say Liz can go before you, which you can just. Nope, you're rolling. Fuck you.
This can go
Shit.
before me.
Shit. Oh, don't
Yes.
act like you were being nice.
Oh, I love that.
I thought
Alright.
about saying, yeah, just go ahead, and then I was like, no, I'll roll, see what happens.
Anyway,
well,
what's Pud doing? How's Pud doing for this sort of
well, I got the candles with Tony, and then the first part of the day, when it's daytime, I will practice shooting,
yeah.
and I will use the brain box in order to look for someone who is like really proficient with guns, and then try to learn through their movements.
That's some
and
fucking
what they
Taskmaster shit.
Do it.
Mm-hmm. So make a wisdom
roll the
saving
brain
throw.
box.
Not
Make the
saving throw,
wisdom.
just
No,
wisdom.
just wisdom. Flat wisdom.
Oh my god, that was
That
so
was
close.
almost a now
That was
one.
so close.
That was almost a now one. But
18
with
now.
With an 18 though, easy. You pull back your memories and like back in the time, like just after the time of the Sailor Moon, there was a really great pirate who had really cool moves with like a gun, and you like memorize them and like pull them back because you just like lock and load, baby, and like unload.
I imagine I like close my eyes and try to do the move, but then I trip and eat shit a few times because I'm not used. Because it's probably like a fully grown man
Make a
and not a
dexterity check, actually, Pud. You just full like dexterity.
Great, let's go.
I'd almost let acrobatics if that helps you at all.
It doesn't.
Okay, cool.
That's a 5.
Yeah, you do. You eat shit the first couple of times. But like eventually, like after like an hour, you kind of get it. It's got like a slide to it, and you kind of like use your wings to balance yourself out.
I understand how to shoot gun.
Haha. You're still gonna need a little bit of practice. Quite a
Yeah.
little practice with a 5, but like you've got the basics.
I'll learn to use a gun. I mean, this is the point. You practice something,
Yeah, that's the whole point of gaining proficiency. Something is you practice it.
and then once it gets to like dusk, right? Is that dusk? Dusk is when the sun sets, right?
Yeah, like when the sun
Okay.
starts, is that which is about dusk. Steven is dead.
Rest in peace. Anyway,
R.I.P. Steven. Hey.
shut the fuck up. I will go to. I want to go talk to Adriana real quick.
And you can find her. About the sun setting is probably just after dinner. So she's probably like walking back to her halls, heading back up to her office. If you want to like follow her out.
Hey, mom.
Yes. What is it, Bud?
Is there anywhere I can is there anywhere with a good view that I could set up, maybe?
Like a balcony or something? A
Yeah,
view of
something
what?
like that. Preferably just the sky.
Actually, yeah, come with me. And I mean, she'll kind of like let you as you kind of bamf all the way back up to the top floor. You've been here a few times. At this point, have you?
Sure.
I think you have.
I probably did some just snooping around because he was dumb.
That's true. Okay. No, because I remembered. No, this was the Piers. This was Piers and Vander, where the Bubs thing happened. No. Yeah, you would have been here once before when you teleported in. So you have been here before. But yeah, so you've been on this floor before, and the floor is practically like the hallway of it is practically just windows. And she kind of leads you around and up like a sort of smaller flight of stairs that kind of goes on top of the classrooms, where you know that her office is. And as you kind of walk into the office, she kind of goes, normally I don't have people in my personal quarters, but I have a really nice balcony that I would let you use.
Ooh, thank you so much.
And you see as she kind of like scans over the bookshelf and like in the movies, like she pulls a book down and like the bookshelf kind of slides open. And behind it is a small doorway that kind of
Do
leads
all
up.
the bookshelves have that?
No, only mine. And only the one book. You're not allowed to tell anybody, okay? It's a secret.
Tell anyone what.
Okay. Oh wow, you're so good at keeping secrets, bud.
But no, like I just zoned out. What were you talking about? Oh, cool, a door.
No. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's head up to my. She kind of like leads you upstairs, up into like the small, not really up, but it's kind of just into like sort of a different room to the side. There's like a small like kitchen area and a place to eat. There's a little bedroom off to the side. And you see that in like the sort of living area space, there's like a small couch and like an open balcony.
Oh,
that,
this is perfect. Oh, could you make me something actually?
Could make you some tea. I think I have
No,
some leftover biscuits in the.
Okay. I know when I was younger, I always complained about how bitter it was, but could you make some of your hot chocolate again?
My hot.
Yeah, remember, like, you'd make the hot chocolate, and it was never super sweet, and I bitched and complained a little bit, but, you know, I was a kid. But I can't like recreate the taste, you know?
You know, you say some funny things, Pud, but I'd like to know how you knew that. I always liked it bitter. I've always been more of a dark chocolate person. So I think Pierce and Calvin always had a bit more of a sweet tooth. I'd like to know how you knew that.
Well, you know how,
she
like...
just goes to the kitchen and starts making it, I guess.
I'll sit down at the table and then I'll just like start talking to her.
So, you know, like when you take a bag of holding, right? And then you put it in another bag of holding.
But you shouldn't do that.
Yes, but you know what happens, right?
Yes. It can basically create a black hole.
Yes, because it's multiple things. Like, ooh. So imagine that, but with memories.
Black hole of memories.
I have lived thousands of lives. So, you know.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I guess you must be very wise then.
I am also very stupid, though. I used to be smart. I was so smart. Oh, I had such a big brain. But then it, like, didn't. Because Ned and...
Fine, you don't need to tell me everything. I believe you. She kind of sets down a nice warm cup of hot chocolate in front of you. You're lucky I had some of the stuff around. I don't usually make it for myself unless I'm feeling nostalgic.
I'll take a sip, and I'm guessing it's exactly as I remember it.
It is. Oh, it's not exactly as you remember it, but it's pretty similar. She definitely didn't sweeten it at all.
As bitter as I remember.
I've always been a black coffee kind of person anyway. Do you need anything?
No. Maybe a bit of privacy. And I might need to come back here.
These are... well, these are my living quarters, so I will be around here. Hope you don't mind. I'll just leave you alone on the balcony, though, if that's what you want.
Alright, I have a date planned. Wait, actually, let me check.
And then I would like to set my hot chocolate down,
Yep.
pull out the wine, pull out the candles.
Oh, you actually are planning a date?
And then I would
eh?
like to use
Adrian is just like very like, wow, actually I'm impressed.
and then I would like to just in front of Adrian, because I don't give a shit. I'm gonna divine intervention.
Fine. She doesn't seem that surprised, honestly. Alright, divine intervention.
Fuck, 30. No.
Nope.
Nope.
I feel that tether, it's getting close to you, but it doesn't quite reach.
I'll be back tomorrow. It's a very important date.
Right. Oh, so
Actually-
this is like a continuous thing?
Well, okay, she can't come to the material plane normally, so like don't worry about it.
Oh, are you? Well, why not use something like plane ship?
Well, Mom, I can't use that yet.
Well, there's quite powerful wizards at the school that you could ask. Just saying. She kind of like nods her head back and forth.
Yes, but bothering people is like one of the worst things I can do. Also, could I use your kitchen here to make something, and then I'll like store it in your fridge?
Sure. I can say there's a lot up here. You might have to go buy your own ingredients. I don't. I usually eat whatever's down at the main hall. So usually what's up here is just kind of like snacks, some wine. I've got some. Yeah. She's like I've a variety of different alcohols. I have. And she's kind of like looking through her cupboards. She's got like crackers and like just general snack food. It's not actual like.
That is a lot of hard liquor.
Things get rough. She kind of just sighs and she goes, you see as she remembers something, you see her just kind of like close the cupboard slowly and just sigh. She closes her eyes.
As it is open, Pud will like look up and do grabby hands.
I don't think.
I'm technically 12. It's fine. That is very adult for kobolds.
I know. It's just. It's really expensive stuff, so only a little bit. And she'll like pull out practically this like really nice kind of like whiskey, and she'll pour you a little cup and pour one for herself. And she'll kind of go, okay, now.
Oh, don't worry, I get it. That wine, I think it cost 500 gold pieces.
You know what? I would. Not that I can't spend 500 gold pieces, but that's a lot to put on a wine. Like, I usually only spend around maybe 20 or 50 if I want something nice.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't really... I mean, I used to be able to read, but now I can't, so I just kind of took gold from my pouch and just kind of poof on the table.
Do you want help with that? I mean, I could teach you some of the basics, if you want.
You could...
Common?
Well, I'll be able to read. Can you help me capture the light from the full moon?
Capture? I mean, there's certainly ways to do that. Things like moonstones and such could be enchanted to capture actual moonlit power.
Yes, I want it like in like a stone, maybe like on a staff or something. I don't know, because I need it.
I mean,
Because it makes me not dumb.
We'd have to. Oh, is it? Oh, okay. I think I can get behind that. Yeah. Well, we'd need to find a stone to really hold that. If you have like a moonstone or a quartz, any sort of, I guess a diamond. Well, diamonds could be used for other things. I'd recommend a different sort of stone as a sort of channeling point for that. It could definitely be done though.
Is there any among these?
And I'm just gonna take out. I just have assorted gemstones, like 12 just assorted gemstones. I'm just gonna drop them on the counter.
Oh, those are all like emeralds and stuff. Like those you can basically sell for gold pieces. They can't.
I mean, I know that. Pud doesn't know that.
She kind of looks at them. She goes, She kind of like sketch to them. They're like, these are all a bit too small to really be a point of magical channeling.
So it needs to be bigger. Okay.
I'm gonna pull out the tank core and put it on the counter.
A what?
The tank core.
Oh, that is too big. That is too big. What is
Okay.
that actually?
It's like a tank core.
It's
Like,
kind of like it's gonna go.
it's kind of like a tank.
I've never seen anything like this. I've never actually, but I don't think I've ever seen a tank before.
Oh, it was from a different dimension. Don't worry about it.
Different.
You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know it. They go
He's
to a different
mentioned
dimension.
something about a different dimension to me before. Actually, very impressive. Actually, what you guys did. I don't know anything about this, but that's certainly impressive. No, I was thinking something probably around the size of your palm.
Like my
Your palm. It has to be your channeling source anyway, and if you get something, and you can get something bigger if you want, but if it becomes a hassle to carry around, I wouldn't want to carry that, you know?
Well, that's what I wanted, like in a staff. Maybe like
Yeah.
could you help me find one?
I
Also,
could
I'm
definitely
gonna
ask-
I'm gonna sip, and I'm guessing I need to make a Constitution saving throw for
Yep,
the.
yep.
Yep.
Yep. You know the rules.
It's
And
9.
so do I. Nah, this is hard shit, and it is gross and like bitter. Like, it is nasty, and it does not make you feel good.
I'm gonna try to make a deception check to like seem like, oh yes, I can take my alcohol. That's 11.
No, fuck you. Her passive insight is 20. She just looks at you and kind of looks up and down, and she kind of just nods. How about we go to bed?
Can we look? We're Moonstone tomorrow.
Moonstone tomorrow.
Yes.
All right. She'll just like reach out and kind of like scoop you up like a baby if you let her.
I'll
She'll
let
just
her do that.
she'll just pick you up and she'll go. And
And I'm guessing Puddin's a little drunk, so I'm gonna do little pitter patters on her arm.
you do little pitter patters on her. She kind of laughs it off. And she'll carry you. If you want, she'll carry you all the way back down to your room.
I mean, yeah, I'll let her.
Yeah, she carries you back down to where your room is. I mean, she assigned it to you. She knows where it is. She'll go and she'll like tuck you in and everything.
Oh, no.
But, like once we get into my room, I'll be like,
Oh, here. I got it from here.
and then I'll sit down, and just lay on the floor.
And Bubs kind of curls up around you. All right. She'll lean down and give you a little kiss on the top of your head, and she's good night. She'll scatter up back upstairs.
Mhm.
I guess that's what you do for the end of your night. We're pulling up to night things now, but we'll flash forward to the beginning of the day. Is there anything Tanari wants to do?
So, couple things.
Uh-huh.
First would be, considering his weapons were confiscated, he's going to hide until it's clear, and then try and steal them back.
They were confiscated for like a day. You could just ask for never mind. It's
Yeah,
not Tanari. What am I kidding? Who am I kidding? Yeah,
Piers
make a
fucking summoned
make a
his
self-check.
sword back.
Yep.
It's just this is something I didn't get the chance to do before. Literally, as soon as he leaves that room, he is hiding.
This is
and then
this
taking
is
it back.
happening like immediately
He's not
after.
waiting
Yep.
the full day.
Absolutely. Make a stealth check. Yep. They were gonna be returned to you at the end of the day, but like that's fine. That's 19. You're
Okay,
fine.
it's not a 19. It is a 23 because
It's
of
a
reliable
19.
talent.
It doesn't matter. It's a that's really good. A 19's really good. But yeah, okay. 23 you said?
Yep, 23.
Yeah, you're fine. You stealth right back in there as everybody's leaving, and Adriana has kind of like turned her back. And she's at this point in time she's just tired. She's like looking out the back window, kind of like it's this like stained glass thing in the back of her room that kind of mimics like a starry night. Not the painting, but like an actual night sky. I realize that that's a painting, and it's not what it is, unless it is. It might be. Anyway, yeah, you can go to where like the pile of knives are. You can just go pick up all your shit, dash out of there. But actually, I'm gonna roll perception to see if she can beat a 23, which she might, but I have to roll high. You said it was 23?
Yep.
I have a 25. I'll say you go and you grab your shit. But like you knock something slightly, and like that, it's like that metal on metal noise that kind of like creak. And Adriana kind of turns around, and she just looks at you. She just sighs. Right. Not one for rules, I see. She just raises an eyebrow. She's looking right at you.
Caleb, you know how I can run faster than a horse?
Huh?
I'm running faster than a horse.
She just kind of, you see her just shake her head, and she just laughs as she just sees you dash out of there. She kind of, as you leave, she kind of says, "You're just like your father, you know." You run out of there. Anything else you want to do?
Yeah, I wanted to talk to Piers.
All right. Say you find him at some point of the day.
Imagine during the evocation stuff.
During the evocation stuff? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, if that's what you want it to be.
We'll
Yeah.
say that.
You ask around a couple of people to see if you've seen him. They're like, yeah, he's in the evocation classroom. Then you have to find the evocation classroom. It's a whole other thing. But you find him eventually. Oh, you walk in and Pierce is doing his own thing. What do you do?
I didn't mean to do that.
You're okay. Nari in the head.
Well, luckily Nari's AC is higher.
Yeah,
than
no, I was gonna
11,
say it's
so-
8. No, it's 18.
Yeah.
You walk in. He's not wearing, like I said, he's not wearing his armor. It's the uniform's like unbuttoned a bit. There's probably a few scorch marks on him. There's his hair is standing up a little from the fucking the constant amount of electricity he's pumping into himself.
Cuz
What do you need?
I feel like we never finished that chat.
What when you broke into the room that I was sleeping in and just watched me sleep? Is that the conversation you're talking about?
I didn't just watch you sleep, I tried to sleep as well.
And I'm supposed to care that you're going to sleep alive. I think that's a natural response for most living things.
So care to remind me of the conversation?
Okay, well, I legitimately don't. What are you trying to ask him about? I
'Cause
legitimately
we had a
don't remember.
conversation about like why he was mad and stuff, right?
Oh yeah, that. What else is there to talk about? I gave you my answer while I was mad at you.
Remind me.
Sighs. I was mad at you because I was trying and going out of my way to teach you just a little bit of magic, and you ran away without saying anything. And I was writing the night before that. I was writing on my watch with Pud. I was writing a thaumaturgy scroll for you to actually use, so you can actually feel what it's like.
Care to hear why I ran off?
Why is that?
Piers, if we were to leave here tomorrow, and then you found out there was a threat to your mom, would you still come with us? Or would you come back to protect her?
What do you think? I wouldn't. I would obviously turn back.
So there was a threat to my family. Why wouldn't I have run off back my town?
Not saying that you didn't have the motivation and the right to. I'm just saying that it would have been nice if you at least left something to tell us that. Or at least waited to, or at least left something, or at least waited to tell us, or told us beforehand.
Well, maybe I couldn't. I had to choose one family over another. I'm kind of the avoiding my problems type, not facing them head on.
I think we all know that by now.
So I know if I stayed to explain why I had to leave, it would have made it harder to leave.
Well, then why did you choose to come back? After after months, why did you choose to come back with Bud and Raven? You could have stayed. It seems like you had much more freedom there than you did with us. You didn't have to work. You didn't need to worry about what we'd say about you or anything. You'd probably be a lot safer than what we just went through.
No, I don't care about safety. As I said, I had to choose one family because they needed me more than my other family. That's not the case anymore. Besides, traveling with you guys is more fun. I don't have guards watching me to make sure I don't get too close to a building.
It's not like you won't be being watched. I think Pud's actually gotten better at it.
Yeah, but Pud won't put me in handcuffs if I step over a line of rocks.
Suppose you're right. Can't promise that. All of us won't stop you if you're about to do something.
Oh, and maybe I'll just have to be better when I do something stupid.
like being better about burning down a building.
In my defense, that was never my intention.
Sure it wasn't.
I just wanted a distraction. A small plant fire, not an entire...
No,
Dark.
next time we need a distraction, why don't you go burn down a town instead? That'll probably get whoever we're after's attention.
I mean, if you insist.
You know, that offer still stands about the magic. Though considering myself, I'm trying to learn something new. I wouldn't mind helping you with that again.
I'll take you up on that.
I'd be lying if I wasn't somewhat happy to see your dumb face again.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't miss you.
They are friends.
Now I am sad in a good way.
How you think I feel, Jag?
Giddy? I don't know, I'm bad at guessing emotions.
I will offer this. If you want, I won't negate anything from your whatever the fuck you have planned. If you want to take a few hours right now and sit down and try to teach Shinari something, you are in an environment in which you can blow shit up if you
Is
want.
thaumaturgy... Hold on, I'm pretty sure it's evocation. What is it?
That's evocation.
No, it's transmutation.
It's transmutation. It doesn't matter. You can. This is a room in which you can practice.
I have
magic.
done all of my... I've used all my level 1 spell slots unless you allow me to use one level 2 to try again.
Cantrip.
No, I know, but I'm saying to do both of them at the same time, to give him instructions and try one more time.
Oh,
So you'd still will.
I'll say that, no. This happens in between you practicing and whatever. Like you cast the spell more than 4 times, but like what is on your character sheet doesn't matter with me because I'm gonna make you have a long rest the moment we're done this session anyway. But like if you want to sit down for a few hours with Tanari, you can. Is all I'm saying.
It would probably not be a few. It would be like 1 to half it to 30 minutes.
It doesn't matter. You can spend time with them though. Do you? Is my question?
I don't know. Does he want to?
I mean, Tanari will sit there and try to practice now.
Sure. With Pierce's instruction, make me a charisma check with advantage.
Let me go back. He will make you do something more simple than changing the color of fire and make you try to make like sparkles instead.
You can do a lot of shit. You can you change your eyes different colors. You can make loud noises. You can open and close doors.
No, he'll make him do something more simple this time.
Okay. Advantage. You want to roll again? It's really good though. 17's really good though. Successfully. It does take a few minutes to understand exactly what Pierce is asking of you, but after a while, what do you do? What would you like to create with thaumaturgy?
Remind myself what I can do.
You can make things open, noise, change your eye color.
You can make your voice really loud.
You can make little earth tremors.
Hey. Make the earth shake, the ground shake a little bit. Cantrip.
I'll make the classroom door slam open or shut depending on what position it's in right now. If it's open, it's shut. If it's shut, it's open.
I'll say it's shut, so you just kind of look over to the door and focus on it, and it does take a little bit, but after a few seconds, the door just goes and like slams right open, and like some like students on the outside kind of jump and like look inside for a sec, then just keep walking. It's a magic school. That's not the weirdest thing they've seen all day. You successfully opened a door, and then you can also reach out with thaumaturgy again and close it, slamming it once again. It may take a little bit more finesse to gently open and close doors, but like, you can open and close doors now. Congratulations, you can cast thaumaturgy to minor success. You've gained a cantrip. Congratulations. Well, you'll still need to practice with it. We're gonna work it very similar to how your spell is working. But like, it's a cantrip as well, so it's a lot easier. So if you want to add thaumaturgy to your sheet,
since you are a thief, you can't just put it on like your notes or your action or something, or make a custom action or something.
Yeah,
because you don't have the right like archetype and character sheet to do it.
I don't know. Well, we'll figure that out. But we'll say, if you remember, you technically have access to the cantrip thaumaturgy now, which you can use. I will not guarantee you that what you do will happen. What you want to happen will happen every single time. But you can definitely cast thaumaturgy. Might take a little bit more practice to get familiar with it, though. But there you are. And I think we've gone through everybody now. I'm gonna take 5 because I really gotta piss.
Yeah,
so
cool.
I don't know. Entertain yourself.
Dang, Outcast bathroom break? Never been heard of.
Quite literally, we haven't done that shit since like when we first started playing.
I don't think we ever really have. Also.
No, we never really took breaks. Like we would just get them and say, "Hey, I connected on my phone. I'm gonna go get something to eat." Like that was back in the day when like Steven wasn't even there sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Also, I drew the concept for my moon staff.
Nice. Heck yeah! Oh, it's so pretty. I love it.
Yeah. I hate how good I've gone at MS Paint. MS Paint in a mouse is like you can see the quality change from like when it first started.
I know, right?
Yeah, no. Like, you'd be surprised how good people get with MS Paint.
Oh, there's a lot. There's a specific artist I follow on Instagram that has like some of their like commission stuff has been like actual like nice. I'll draw this on a tablet, or if you want, I can do like a dumb MS Paint one. Like that is on their list of commission.
Nice.
Yep. Yeah.
God, I'm still fucking contemplating between getting proficiency or trying to do the spell more. I thought that I had this settled, but like I've
got my thing down to a routine. During the day, shoot gun. During like dusk, you know, they hit up Sailor Moon with a booty call, like, "Yo, what's up?"
Caleb isn't allowing me to do that at the same time. I had to pick between getting proficiency or properly like mastering the spell.
Yep.
I mean, and then like my third thing is, you know, the third thing is also after gun time. If I have time, I will moonstone. Actually, I'll do that in the morning, if anything.
Yeah. I wasn't planning on going this day by day because that would take fucking forever.
Mm-hmm.
And we only have like an hour and a half left, so we're not gonna play through a week in an hour and a half.
Should I roll? How many? So should I roll a week's worth of D100s?
Nice.
To see if I get.
Roll me. I guess 5 or 6.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Caleb, within the week, is it like possible that the cleric's like area would get more of those crystals in?
Hey.
Sorry, sorry. I got a 1.
No. 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 No.
You killed again.
No. I didn't realize this would happen. No. No. No.
I rolled for the
No!
best possible thing. I
No!
can hear you over that.
No! 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 Oh God! Oh no! Okay. We'll get back to that later, I guess.
Day number 5.
So that's like the thing you do right before you guys leave. So
Yes.
I'm leaving that till the end of. But we're gonna.
Yes. You know it's a good time when your DM makes that sound.
Oh.
You're killing. You're killing. Let's do it in the
I'm killing him, but whatever, you know.
God.
First job.
Oh. Liz, I love you to bits. Oh God. Okay.
I gotta have a date. I gotta have a date.
So, well, Alicia, what did you want to do with Raven?
Oh, I just wanted to see if any crystals came in throughout the week.
Crystals?
Yeah, for the cleric thing.
Oh, make it I don't know, perception or investigation, your choice.
Perception, sure. I got this.
Choice is yours. We'll go through another round of everybody wanting to do stuff, but this time we're gonna minimize roleplay, and we're just gonna say shit happens.
It's gonna be a 29.
That'll do them. Wow, why is suddenly everyone getting the rolls that they need to do things? Anyway, I'm kidding, this is great. I'm just very overwhelmed with that one glaring at me. Anyway.
I made it red as if it's a bad thing.
That is the best possible outcome, isn't it?
Because if I got a 0, it'd be 100. You can't see it, but I'm doing this. I'm doing the stankiest stanky leg.
I can feel it. I can just feel the vibes of the stanky leg. Yes. Okay. Back to what Raven wanted. As you come down, the shipment doesn't come in until much later in the week. You realize. But so you have a few days of just straight downtime, more meditation. If you want to do anything else over the week.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Do you try to just talk to Yes, or do you talk to anybody else that maybe you were introduced to that could help you? Or you just vibe alone because it's what you do?
Maybe a certain artificer lady or not.
I'm not sure what Tony could do to help with mind stuff. I think Raven's probably spending most of this week alone.
Oh.
Yeah, you go on like a monk's stay away and just kind of you just spend time alone. You kind of
just sit in his room, letting his guilt eat him.
Yeah, and then you
as you do.
But by the end of the week, you catch notice that the shipments are coming in. You think this might actually be the chance, and so you kind of head back down to the sort of clerical ward, where you see the same sort of elderly human woman. And she greets you once again as you enter. She says, "Oh, you're back. Raven? Did you want to try again?"
Yes, please, if that's an option.
Absolutely. Do you have any focus of any time that you're wanting to get back from this time? Or are you going to basically leave it up to us to see what we could get?
I'll get whatever I can get. Anything is better than what I've got at this point.
Right. All right. And she kind of waves over a few other nurses, and they kind of begin to prepare their things as she gestures you down to sit down in a very similar seat from last time. Pud's not here this time.
Nope.
Unless you found Pud and went, "Hey, can you
Yeah, he's busy with the date with Saloon. It's all good.
No, I mean,
No,
I got
that's
probably
fine.
Pud's currently like at the gun range. If you want to say like, "Hey, can you like help for a sec?" If you want.
He seemed busy. It's okay. I got this.
going alone.
Yep.
And they sit you down and everything, and they begin to set up all of the small sort of residual crystals around you once they go. And the clerics kind of come together. Here they go. All right. Now, are you ready?
As I'll ever be.
Right, and she kind of waves and nods to some of them, and they begin to raise their hands and cast the spell. I remember what make a wisdom save. I think is what it
Wisdom.
was.
Gotcha.
I think that's what
Okay.
it was last time. Or yeah.
Wisdom. The one thing, well, one of the things I'm not so great at other than strength. But here we go.
That one you just find faint.
Raven's
32
dead.
one,
KO.
natural 1. Here we go. Not 21.
Good. In this one, it feels more like a wall. And now that you realize that Pud's calm emotions isn't here, you feel this intense pain, this pulsing migraine immediately shock your brain, as like they're just like sort of pitting you with these like beams of like magic just straight into your head. It's almost like this strange crown of like rotating green crystals as they just begin to like pulse into you, and it's this pulsing pain that it's like you're not even controlling it as your body just begins to weep. It's not like a controlled cry. You're not crying. It's like your body is just weeping. With very little control over it, as you kind of close your eyes and you're pulled back, trying to like remember anything that comes out clearly that you haven't seen before. And this time, what comes to you is maybe something you didn't think you wanted to remember. You remember being dragged down into sort of the dungeon, the dark, sort of wet stone. You weren't the only one there. You were dragged down with somebody else. And as you get dragged deeper and deeper and deeper, at this point, you're probably no older than 13, 12 or 13.
Right.
And you're kind of thrown back into a cage, sort of like trapped in there. You hear your mother's mumbled words of just, you can't hear what she says. It's mumbled and broken apart, but you get the sense of the message that she is so disappointed in you and that you failed her. And that both of you had.
Am I able to see who is the other person she's referring to?
Like, beside you, in this memory, is a younger drow, Alos. I mean, you'd recognize his face anywhere. But you didn't know that he was here.
Huh. Okay.
This place, this atmosphere, the disappointment, it's familiar to you in a strange way, that you don't remember all of the details because of all the memories that have been piled and erased on top of each other, but you're familiar with this place.
Yes.
But
I'm used to my mother being disappointed in me. It's fantastic.
that sort of starving feeling, and that sort of sadness. But from what you thought that you were just alone, you just had to deal with that because your mom just hated you or something. But in this moment, you're not alone. And you probably never were alone. as more memories open up as you kind of look at Alos's face. And as much as you remember him now, I mean, you saw him only a few weeks ago, but his face progressively gets younger and younger. You've known him all your life. He's always been there for you. Even in your hardest times, he's always been around.
Good to know.
You don't know exactly how you met. You knew it was at some sort of event. Most likely, your mother worked closely with his family, and the two of you met by happenstance. But you remember it was a relief to see someone who was probably sane. You guys got along really well. And
Cool
you
beans.
get these memories of like the two of you just spending time together, exploring the market and getting to know each other. Very simple memories. Memories that you didn't even know that you'd forgotten. These aren't bad by any means. They're nice.
Yay, happy memories.
You and Alos going to get ice cream somewhere and then ending up, not paying and running out.
I've had dining and dash.
Minor dining and dashing, which you do, I don't know, semi-frequently. But, yeah. And as you just get reminded, and towards the end of it, the memories become more and more recent of the two of you spending time together, going on missions, and just spending time together. And you remember that smile, the smile he gave you when he said goodbye, and you left him in Nodelkalim. He's still there. And as the crystals kind of pull away, your head is still, it hurts like hell. It hurts a lot. But you don't take any physical damage.
You're just sitting there. This is fine.
And there's like tears streaming down your face. But I mean, are you crying at this point? Now you're crying.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
And then some of the nurses kind of walk up and they offer you a couple of tissues to wipe your face. And the nurse kind of sits down and she goes, "You feeling all right? Is that?"
Oh yeah. I'm great. Thanks for the tissues.
At any time, I can't say when we'll get another shipment in. If you're still around, but if you are, we could go for round 3.
Thank you. This has been helpful.
Anytime. Now, you go get yourself cleaned up. She'll kind of like help lead you out of the room if you let them. Help you out.
Yeah. I don't think I could not accept help at this point.
Yeah. No, they'll help you. And if you really need it, they'll like escort you back up to your room and everything, just to make sure that you're like, not dying.
Oh no.
But yeah.
Therapy's fun.
Yeah. Like curl up and let you have the rest of the day for yourself. I guess we've got the rest of the week. And is anything anybody else wants to do?
I want to try to get a moonstone.
A few things.
A few things?
Do Pud first.
Do we want to do another roll?
No, do Pud first, because mine.
Or Tanari want
Mine's quick.
No, do Pud first, because mine can be split between multiple times.
Okay. All right.
I want to go, I'm guessing, with Adriana in the morning to try to get some moonstones.
Yeah. She brings you down. So who might have a moonstone? I'm gonna look through my list of NPCs. I guess I'll go to transmutation. Why not? We haven't used this NPC before. You head down to the transmutation sort of lab. And Adriana introduces you to Samir. And Samir is a sort of like a very short gnome with just bright purple hair. It's just spiky all over. And she actually stands like probably about the same height as you, if not maybe a couple inches taller.
I want to stand on my tippy toes.
Yeah, you guys get around the legal. She kind of like slouches down. Like,
No, I want to try to make myself seem just a bit taller than her.
a little taller. She kind of goes, hey, how you doing, Adriana? How can I help you? She kind of looks between the two of you.
Adriana actually is helping me. Do you have a moonstone or moonstones? Maybe.
I probably have a few around here, actually. You see the floor is practically made of like some parts of it are stone, others are wood. There's some parts that are just like planks of copper. That people like have been transmutating things just in this classroom randomly and haven't been exactly cleaned up yet.
Pud absolutely fucking despises the feeling of this on his bare feet. So I feel like that's also a reason he would be on his tippy, because like every step is just completely different, and he's just getting whiplash back and forth.
Oh yeah, it's kind of bad. I mean, you can fly.
Fuck yeah, I always forget about that. Okay, to be fair, Pud lived his entire life without the ability to fly. He's not used to it yet either.
That's fair, I'll give you that. Yeah. No, you stand on your tippy toes. She walks around. She kind of pulls out like kind of like a woven basket. She just pulls it out and kind of like drags it over to you and kind of sets it down. And she kind of goes, yeah, take your pick. These aren't all moonstones. You see, I've got some onyx. I've got some. I've got
just the moonstone. Also,
yeah. Give me a sec.
How much?
She kind of. What do you mean?
Like, I want to pay you for it because
Don't pay me. I don't get paid enough for this. She kind of scoops it out.
Yeah, that's why I want to pay you.
No, I'm not gonna accept your. How about this? Money is kind of useless to me. I don't use it. What can you give me as special? She's like digging through it. She pulls out like a variety of moonstones. Some are like smaller and some are larger. But you find one that's like a nice like orb. Pretty clear. She kind of like rolls it towards you.
Hold out your hands.
So I'll take the moonstone from her, and then she holds out her hands. I'm gonna just take croutons from my bag and just put a few in her hand. From my 3 pounds of croutons.
You guys smell some?
How about that? Is that good?
She just takes one and just starts eating it. And Adriana goes, you actually see Adriana just cringe. She goes, oh.
Hey, they're good croutons.
How long have you been in your bag?
Only like a few days.
I'll take one out of my bag and eat it.
Okay. You see,
It's
she goes, yeah. Actually, no, it's not bad. Actually, can I have another handful?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's good. This is good. I'll just if you want to like, yeah, like she just like kind of takes a couple, starts shoving them in her pockets.
And then I'll give her as many as she needs.
Yeah, she'll just like fill her pockets. She'll go, all right, I'm good. I've got snacks now. We're good.
Yeah.
Anything else you want from me?
So it's just one moonstone?
Yeah, one moonstone. It's like an orb. I mean, she has like a variety. Some are like more egg-shaped, and some are smaller, and some are larger.
Yeah, I want a circular one.
Yeah, there's like one that's like an orb. Yeah, it's like an orb.
I'll take the orb one.
You take the orb one.
Thank you.
It fits your head nicely. Alright, she gives you a nod and lets you walk away. She's still sitting there munching on cute croutons. Nah. There's like that crunchy crouton noise as you guys leave.
Okay, Mom, how do I charge this? Do I just like sit it out?
Yeah, well, first of all, we'll need a full moon, so you have to wait for that.
Wait. Question: Is
Yeah?
a full moon in from now 4 days?
No.
That would've been
It has only been a week since you released
That's
my
a fair
lich and
point.
put it in a taxidermy deck. Or it's
Oh,
been
that's fair.
2 weeks.
I'll
It's been 2 weeks.
I'll put
Sorry.
it just in my bag of holding,
Thank you.
and I'll walk off,
Um,
go train with my. And like as I put it away, I will take it out in one motion. Just pull out the full shotgun.
All right,
Fucking like T2 style.
yeah. And then Jen just kind of goes, yeah, I could tell you've been hanging out with PAs, haven't you?
What do you mean?
No, it's the same sort of style you guys use for sort of transferring weapons. Very similar. Anyway,
I mean, it's like a bag, and then I can pull things out of it because he
Yeah,
can
so-
store stuff.
he can like store things too, but then he kind of just like she kind of like gestures to like how Pierce kind of summons his sword, but like she doesn't summon anything. She just kind of
Somehow she bonded to his sword and takes it from him.
and she kind of just gestures. She's like, I don't know exactly how he does it. I didn't teach him. But I think it's pretty neat. I don't know much about that sort of.
Fucking
Anyway,
Dunamancy. She's a fucking Dunamancy wizard. She has fucking wrist pocket. What do you mean?
Oh, that's true. She does have wrist pocket. I forgot about that. Yeah, it's fine. She keeps her books and stuff. She's like, I don't need to keep
And
knives.
just,
Anyway,
just
bye.
walking down the hallway, I'll be like,
See ya.
and then I'll cock the shotgun, and then just. And then,
like a student just sort of like, but the students just like wide berth around you.
and then I will just fly out the window.
Yep, easy enough. All right. Who else wanted to do something?
My stuff. Whoever wants to go. I don't mind waiting because it's kind of.
Tony.
Tony, I
Do
think
you do anything?
I gotta get my academics in order. I mean, I feel like Tony has it in her head. Okay, I'm going to do this thing. I just assume that I'm going with them at this point. I want to go with them. I also do not want to lose my degree or status at the school. So yeah, I think I gotta make a trip to the office to figure that out.
You gotta talk to Adriana. Apparently, I just have to. It's a lot of Adriana to talk tonight. Yeah. I'm assuming you're talking to Adriana unless you want to talk to a different professor, but.
I mean, I suppose if Adriana you think is the person to go to about taking academic leave.
She's literally the headmaster.
Okay, I'm just saying she's a busy lady, and Tony's a little bit of a. Okay.
Unless you don't want to. But,
I would love to.
okay. Alright. But yeah, no, you head up to her office, like in between classes one day, in the week. She just kind of as you enter, she kind of looks up and she goes, oh, hi, hello, Tony. What brings you up here?
Hello, headmistress.
Please.
So you know that I've been a little bit more active than usual around campus. I mean, not in the academic way, but in the
I've noticed. You said,
yeah.
found you a niche.
I suppose. That said, there's been a lot on my mind lately, and with everything going on, I guess what I'm trying to say is that I'd like to look into a few things, and I just wanted to check in and see what I would have to set up in order to take some time away without that being permanent per se. I'm interested in going with Piers and the others on whatever expedition they have coming up.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not too sure what it is either, but I'm interested. Piers has told me a little bit about whatever they're doing, and it is concerning, to say the least. If you want to go with them, I'll see what I could do to make sure that you aren't marked poorly for being on leave. Consider it, an extended vacation of sorts.
I would appreciate that greatly. Thank you.
I just hope you keep them alive, whatever they're going through.
I can work on that. I can do that.
Well, I mean, you're fairly talented. I've seen what you've created. I mean, that suit of armor is very impressive.
I appreciate that. I have put a lot of time and effort and so
I saw it.
much energy into it.
I saw it at one of the showcases a couple months back. It's really
You
good.
did.
Yes.
I think she blushes a bit. Yeah, I appreciate that. That's it. I know it works for me. I'm just not necessarily as confident when it comes to them referring to the
I-
outcast.
Yeah, she kind of nods and she's like, I'm confused about their tactics. I've tried very hard to understand them, but I don't think I ever really will. They're not what I expected they'd be, but I'm very happy that they're here.
I think I am too.
Glad.
All right, well, thank you so much for your time. I should probably go. I want to make sure that whatever projects I already have active at the moment, that I have them done before they decide to shove off, so I can follow along. Oh, maybe I should whip up a shield or something. Once again, not necessarily for me. I'm just not so sure about the others. It'll be good. I'll make things work. I always
You
do.
always know how to contact the school in case you need anything.
Of course. Of course.
The
I'll
academy has pretty good ties with some locations on the island. If you find any one of our sources, they should be able to get back to me if you need anything,
oh.
material or otherwise. You know, teleportation is a thing that exists for a reason.
True. Alumni perks. Okay. All right. Thank you. And I think get ready to head off on my way.
Leave. Yeah. Anything else you wanted to do, or?
I think, at least for this session, I think I'm pretty okie doke in the Tony
Pretty
department.
okie dokie? Pretty okie dokie? Alright.
Pretty-
Steven?
I'm probably just spending the time practicing thaumaturgy.
Yeah, alright. I'll say if you spend the rest of the week practicing thaumaturgy, I'll say you practically master it by the end. Practically. You still cough up every now and then. It's pretty new, but you know how it works, and it's pretty cool. You kind of scare a bunch of people by just slamming open doors or making loud noises.
Someone's taking a shit and he opens the fucking door.
They're like, ah! Heads down.
Forgets to lock the bathroom door and it flies open.
I mean, you can undo various blocks like that with thaumaturgy practically. But yeah, that's fun. Terrify some of the school while you do it, but you know, it works out real nicely. All right, what do you want to do with Piers, and then we'll wrap it up.
I'm completely just doing the week on the sword at this point.
The what?
The spell, I'm just completely focusing on it. And then I have to go talk to.
So are you not doing the gun?
No, I'm
or are
not.
you-
No, I'm not doing proficiency.
All right, no, that's perfectly fair. Yep, that works.
No, I want to spend as much time on that. Like I can. A weapon proficiency is a thing that can happen anytime. This is something that will take. That will take a little more.
All right. I'll say, yeah, if you're focusing in on the spell, eventually you do come to learn how it works. It still has a few sort of kinks here and there, but for the most part, pretty solid spell.
And
Oh,
you'll now go, either if she is in her class or office, go find Adriana.
I'll say this is one night during the week when she's just hanging out in her office. You see, narratively, this will be like one of the nights in which Pud leaves, just unsuccessful. And like you pass Pud as you enter the office. But
I'll get it tomorrow.
yeah, you will.
Hi, Pierce.
Right. And he'll come into the office.
And Adriana. I'll say at this point, what you notice is that one of the bookshelves is completely open. There's a doorway leading to a separate room.
Not surprised.
No. You walk up in there, and there's like, once again, that sort of small living space, and you see Adriana just kind of in the kitchen. She's like cleaning out a mug or something, and she turns around and she goes, Piers, sorry, I didn't know you were coming.
He looks he looks a bit messy from the spell.
Do you want, a drink?
I'm alright. I've just spent a lot of time in the evocation class.
I can tell you've kind of got, witch marks. Just kind of like reach up and kind of like gently try to like rub some like ash off of your cheek and just kind of like wipe her hands on the side of her dress.
It's finally time that we talk about it.
Right. Let's, I'm going to need a drink, actually. And she'll go to, like, that wine cabinet that she has and pour herself a glass and,
Yes, sir. Because he gave her the small map that he drew.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so he'll get her to take it out. Alright.
No, and she kind of just summons it to her hand, and she kind of sets it on the counter.
When I went in this time, the first time that I chose to do it, I saw him, but as soon as I laid a hand on him, he disappeared. Second time it happened, something that looked like Rex was there, and we ended up fighting. This most recent time, most of the time I'm there, a large storm, a sandstorm is constantly brewing, but I managed to get out and find clear skies and a beach, as well as Dad. He was just sat there drawing something. At first he didn't believe it was me because he hasn't aged. He didn't recognize me because he thought that I was still 13.
That's, so... I've tried to spy on your father before, many times. And every time I tried to reach him, I was always blocked by something. Some force. I knew he was on a boat somewhere, and I knew that there was a storm, but it was always dark. Like a storm over water, not a sandstorm of sorts.
He said that he can't really leave the beach, but he gave me the map. He said he was in between Hotel and Cryos. And that he said something about Rex and that he put him there. I don't know if that's this illusion or whatever is in there, or if it actually was him. And if so, I have a lot to talk about when I get back to Vihara. But for right now, I frankly don't know how he's in there. I don't know if it's the curse itself that he's inside of, or if it's someone else who put him there.
Well, in either way, do you think he's still alive?
He has to be. That's I don't think you'd be in
I mean,
any sort of.
a curse, Piers. Sometimes, even after death, their souls might still be chained to a point because they can't leave. And I'm. You said he didn't age and he didn't know. I'm worried that it's been so long. You know. I tried to keep a good head about this, but if he really wasn't, if he really didn't how much time had passed, I'm worried that that was only what was left of him.
He sounded pretty sure about all of this. He didn't. I don't know if he wouldn't have given this to me if he didn't feel confident that I would find him.
You get trapped in there too. As much as I want to see him again, and as much as you know I want us, our family back together, I can't let you go in there if I'm not 100% sure that you will make it back.
That was the farthest that I got last week, and I know I couldn't get back to him. I want to experiment somewhat with it, find out if I can leave things there and if they'll still be there. And if I can somehow take things. When he gave me the map, it wasn't drawn out. It was drawn on my hand in blood. So I don't know if anything physical that comes out will be altered in some way.
That would make sense. Usually, dreams, as powerful as they can be, they're only so accurate. I miss him.
I know you do, and he says he does that. He does as well, but I'm not. I can't just let him stay wherever that is.
We need to know more. I can't risk letting you in there. If I lose you too, I've already lost you once. I don't want to lose you again.
Whatever that place is, I don't think it necessarily wants me there, because every time I've gone, it sends me back.
Oh, well, I hate to say it, but I'm glad. I'd rather you be safe. Well, as safe as you can be. And I know that's probably just instinct, but still. I care about you and all of your friends. I'm glad they've taken care of you.
I know you don't want me there, but before we leave the school and go find one of these warehouses, I need to do it one more time. If I can get one more clue or answer, no matter what it is, even if I don't find him, if I can figure something out.
Okay. I could set you up with a room. But, I could set you up with a room again.
It's probably better that way, apparently, less. Sometimes I don't come out the same. I guess that's
Right.
why I ended up in Kira's. To be frank, I still don't know how I got here, but that
Well, in any circumstance, I'm glad you're here now.
I think Vander would have known what happened to me. I think, at least. Again, I don't really know. I just remember going to sleep and then waking up in an alley.
I've been certainly strange, but I'm glad. I'm glad you. Okay.
I surely wasn't expecting to be here, but well, it's probably better than being back home on Vihara right now.
I can't say I've been to Vahara yet, but maybe if I get some time off, I'll come visit.
That'd be nice.
I'll plan on it then. She takes like a big sip of her wine. Just got sighs. Do you want a drink?
Well, I'm alright. I feel like I should be at
Okay.
the most focused going in there again.
Right. You're right. Let's go. She'll take you down, let you into a room.
We'll do that next time
We'll do that next
because you
time,
have to do
because
puds.
Let's do Pud's thing.
Let's go.
I guess we're gonna. I wasn't. I was planning on ending the session a different way, but you know, we win some and we lose some. Today I've lost many.
I have won.
Liz has won.
Liz has won.
I have won.
Liz, you've won D&D. How do you feel?
Will it happen again? So, pretty good.
So you know, we'll say this is Friday night. Friday night's a nice night for a date.
Come up. I set everything up. It's about like 8, I'd say. Do you want me to set the scene of like what I do to prepare?
Sure.
All right. So I take 2 of the chairs. I bring them out to the balcony. I set the candles out. I set them on like little plates, and I balance those plates. How windy is it up here?
There's a little bit of a breeze, but what you notice is there is a giant sort of like pyramid, like kind of like not pyramid, diamond like shaped crystal that is just hovering above you, probably about like 50 or so feet.
No, I'm gonna set out some candles. I'll light them, and I'll be careful. Gotta make sure they're nowhere near anything flammable. And they'll take a little.
You realize make an intelligence check, Pod, or nature. Make a nature check. I'll say this is nature. What flavor
Okay,
it's
okay.
nature now?
Nature. What is my nature? It's the same. It's a 13.
Okay. You kind of realize that usually the wind would be a lot. There'd be a lot more wind at this height. But there appears to be some weird magic around here, so that like their wind is like that is minimized to just like a soft, like nice breeze.
Fuck yeah! And then the main portion of the candles will be on like. Are there any like small like side tables that I can bring out and put between the 2 chairs?
Yeah, you can like grab like a coffee table from Adriana's room. Yeah.
All right, I'll set that out. I'll grab like a small cushion from the couch and put it on my chair.
Yep.
So then, because you know we need to match eye to eye, and then I'll put the wine out in 2 glasses. I'm guessing I've done this every single night.
Yep. This is like a ritual at this point.
And Adriana is just like, oh yeah, Pud's back in there, and God, Adriana's gonna walk back here and be like, what the fuck is that an actual goddess? Anyway, I'll do the ritual.
This time, Pud, you look up at the moon. It's about halfway full at this point. Or not halfway full, half empty. Yeah. And you hear just like that soft laugh. She goes, I have some time.
Yes, let's go. I mean,
And
oh,
what
it
you
would,
see
it
Pud,
would be delightful for you to join me.
almost like a falling star from the sky. There's like that glimmer in the sky, and it's almost covered by the light of this big crystal that kind of hovers above you. But as it kind of shoots down, it kind of slows its descent, and it's just this bright, starry light in front of you for a few moments before the light kind of breaks. And standing before you is this sort of thin elven woman, long blue hair that kind of like goes like quite far down her back. She's wearing these very like loose, sort of like almost like silver, very sparkly kind of like dress, that kind of like shimmers when she walks. And her eyes are kind of decorated with small moon, small moon and like stars along her face that just seem to almost like twinkle, just unnaturally.
God, I forget how pretty you are every time. It catches me off guard. I'm sorry. It just does.
Oh, jeez, thanks. This is quite a lot. I mean, I've seen you preparing. I'm not that surprised. I'll be honest.
I mean, you should thank Adriana. Oh, do you want to meet her, by the way?
Oh no, I've met her. You know how that works.
I really don't, but
Oh,
I'm gonna pretend like I do, so I seem smart. Yes, I understand. Also,
I mean, God, like I'm always like right there with you. Like see
oh,
her. I know who she is.
I know I more meant for her to meet you. It's fine. It's fine.
I mean, does she want to meet me? I have a little bit. If you want to introduce me to your friends.
And Pud will close the doors to the rest of the room.
No.
That's
I just
not
want to spend
bad.
some time with us.
All right. And
Also-
she kind of sits down on the chair and like rests her elbows on the table and her hands in like her little palms as she just stares down at you with these like bright like blue eyes that just they don't really have like irises or like sorry they don't really have pupils, they're just like dark. She just looks at you.
I am more nervous for this than I was for any fucking battle we've done ever. Okay.
She just smiles.
Oh, I got you some wine, by the way.
Oh, thank you. It's my favorite. How'd you know?
I had a little guess.
Right, of course.
Hope you
she'll,
like it.
yeah, she'll take it, and she'll just like uncork it and kind of pour herself like a full glass and begin to drink. Oh, this is, so nice. I think this stuff might be from when I actually still existed on the mortal plane. It's that old.
It's that. I mean, it's. Sorry, was that rude? I don't know. Anyway,
I'm
I
a
need
young
it.
god.
I need to get the best. You know, only the best.
But this is, I can guarantee, the best.
I sometimes forget that you existed before. You know.
Oh yeah. I had my own party of people and friends. Some of them are gods now. Well, not really gods, more like demigods. I'm the only one who actually ascended to god, but
Oh, damn! You're the only one who actually made it. All right.
yeah, I know, right?
Do
Like,
you
I
guys
tried
ever
to
have
like
a-
influence them and like bring them with me.
Mhm.
But like it like it didn't work because like they had like different things they wanted to do. They wanted to like grow old and die. I thought that was kind of
Oh, that's-
boring.
Yeah, it's kind of lame.
Yeah,
Do you ever
right.
have like a high school reunion where you meet up and then you and you
You see, I would love to. I'm pretty sure I'd get shot.
What?
Yeah. Listen, one of them, he had this whole thing where he like really liked guns and stuff. Did you know? Hey, she like takes like a big sip of the wine. Did you know he's actually afraid of mayonnaise? That was the funniest thing.
Oh,
Like once we went to like this lunch party somewhere, and like they brought out this jar of mayonnaise that you put on sandwiches and stuff, right?
mhm.
And this dude, Solomon, he just like gets up and screams. And I'm like, thing.
I mean, that is still better than being like really, really into mayo. Because
Yeah,
you
I
saw
think.
one guy, he just drank like straight gallons of it.
Wow, I did see that actually. That was like almost intimidating. I'll be honest, and I'm me. That's you know.
I'm gonna pour myself a little glass of wine as well.
You see Celine kind of, like, she just kind of gently moves her fingers, and the wine kind of sparkles a little bit. And then you can drink it. She doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I'll drink it.
You don't need to make a Constitution save. It's tastes like wine. It's kind of bitter, but it's got like a nice, like sweet, almost like cherry type aftertaste to it. It's actually not bad.
Ooh, I did have a question.
Yeah, ask away.
When you were like a person,
Uh-huh.
what'd you do for fun? Because
Ooh.
I can't imagine you being. It's so I gotta know. I gotta plan for maybe date 2.
Right. I like it.
And Pud will immediately just put his face in his hands and just go like, internally like a muffled scream of like, why the fuck did I just say that?
I like it. Well, let's see. Oh, that was so long ago. I mean, the things I like doing then and now have kind of changed a little bit. Because I don't know. Back then, I would like to go out drinking at bars any chance I could get. The drunker I'd get, the better it was. The less I had to deal with everybody else's bickering.
I understand the bickering.
Yeah.
I don't super understand the drinking, but
That's
to each their own.
yeah, it's fair. I completely understand. Once we went to once we went on a train, like a weird train thing, but it was like not a train. It was just like a really big worm. We went on that. And there was this one guy, this one elven dude. He was, I don't know, kind of cute, I guess. Not as cute as you. She just smiled. He played some sort of weird card trick with him. That was always extremely interesting. He almost predicted our future in a weird sense.
Like a tarot card kind of thing.
Almost. But it was a game that actually we got to play. Maybe I'll put someone who could do a similar game in your path later.
I'd like that. And then I can learn, and then I can do it to you. I mean,
Yeah.
would it work with you being a goddess?
I mean, I don't really have a past, present, or future anymore, but you could certainly try. But yeah. I mean, nowadays, I just like talking to people. Well, mainly mortals. Talking to other gods, or demigods, or demons, or, things like that.
Yeah.
They get kind of boring after a while.
Oh, I'm sure. Okay. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure they're lovely people. They all seem very stuck up.
So, okay, well, I'm not gonna say that they all are, but like
Majority of them have a stick up their ass. I'm just saying.
have you met Halos? No, you haven't. Dude
Glad-
fucking sucks. Oh my god, like he can't like enjoy a joke.
Is that the son, dude?
Yeah.
Okay, his followers are the same way. Like,
Oh my god, they just can't have like a good time. Like I was trying to like joke with him and like have a drink and whatever when we first met. He just wasn't having it. He just stood there with like his big, like, like big old cat face and armor and stuff. And like he just looked at me and he was like, "Salut, what are you doing? Like that is so unprofessional of you." And I'm like, I was just trying to like joke and like get to know you, but like fuck. Anyway. Like fuck the sun, right?
fuck the sun.
I mean, we kind of need it. It's a whole balance thing that I can't like not have. But fuck the sun generally.
Agreed. It's blinding and annoying, and it makes days too hot.
Exactly. I like being cold. Any more questions?
Mm. Hmm. Well, when you were alive, did you have a favorite food? I need to know.
Oh.
It's very important.
You know, I really liked angel cakes.
Quick, write that down. Write that down.
So, I guess I could just like make them appear, but like, what's the fun in that?
No. Next time.
You leave them as an offering?
Of course.
Thank you.
Oh. So, you know how, like, in full moonlight, I have, like, smarts somewhat?
Yeah. Like, now?
Yeah. Well, I do, kind of, because I'm in your presence, right?
And I'm literally pure moonlight.
Yes. It is
I like
amazing
literally
and gorgeous. I love
like
it so much.
Thank you. Like to the point where I don't have like skin or bones like you guys do. It's like I'm just moonlight.
Wait.
I'll take a finger and poke at her hand.
Solid. She'll like take your hand and like hold it. Alright. I'm solid. I mean, I could let you phase through me, but that'd be kind of weird.
No. This is better. This is much better.
I figured.
Yes.
Oh. And then I'll reach into my bag of holding and pull out the moonstone.
Oh.
Could you, like...
Yeah, she just like grabs onto it and it just starts glowing immensely.
That's weirdly bright, but also like...
Oh, I guess I should have
No.
like
You're good.
Oh, sorry. I just got really excited. I'm just like, I get so excited when I could do things for you, you know?
Cool. Seal it with a kiss, please.
Yes. And she'll like lean down and she just gives you a little kiss on the nose.
I meant the moon. Oh.
I mean, you're holding the stone. You look down at the stone and it's glowing, and then the glow kind of dims a little bit and just begins to kind of circle this stone now, just full of moonlight.
I'll hold it in my lap.
Oh, also, can you take things up there with you?
Times.
Alright. See if you can take the wine, because it's a gift for you, of course.
I will take the wine. That I know for sure, and I can take.
I knew you would.
Thank you. I mean, you know, I still have like until morning. If you want to like walk around, like, I wouldn't mind like meeting people.
Oh, wait, how long has it been since you've been on like the material plane?
Oh, I can finally talk smart because I have the moons. Moonlight.
Like, I don't know.
Do you want? That's not important.
I think it's like 100 years.
Come on.
Oh,
and I'll walk out. Still holding her hand if she'll let me.
Yeah, she'll just
And then
she shrinks down a little bit so it's like not weird. Like, so she's not like leaning down. She kind of shrinks like her physical form down so that like it's like kind of like it feels more natural. To just like hold your hand.
Thank you.
She's still taller than you by like a good like head, but like
we'll walk out.
Like, yes. Mom meet Saloon mom. Or Adriana.
Adriana's like in her bedroom and she kind of looks at it. She's like, oh, did you what is Saloon just goes, hey, I'm Saloon. It's the whole thing. And Adriana just goes, what? That's your should I bow? She like kind of like bows and Sailor's like, oh no,
that's weird. That's weird.
And she goes, oh, okay. Yes, okay. Are you just here now? Is that just a thing?
Oh, just for the night.
Right, okay. Does she need a room?
No. It's all good. We're just gonna go walk around some.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
This is worth every point of exhaustion I'll take. I don't give a shit.
No, yeah, no, it's fine. I mean, you have like a week to sleep it off. Don't even worry about it. Right, okay, bye. Adriana is, for lack of a better term, starstruck.
Okay, can I just say that was so funny? We need to do that more.
Let's go talk to everybody else. I want to see how everybody reacts.
Ooh,
Who's gonna meet Saloon first?
Piers. I'm going to Piers.
He's locked. Piers is no.
I mean-
he is locked in the. He is locked in the magic
No,
dancing
this
room.
is the next night.
That
so-
would be the same night, though. Would that
Nope,
not be?
different night. What happened was last night.
Okay.
So this is a different night. That's what I said, because that's what I said. Pud left unsuccessfully. Pud went back the
Right.
next day. It was successful, so.
I'm not going to Piers.
Timeline's a little funky. We'll get to what you saw later. Just act a little bit like bugged out. You know? You saw something weird.
I'm knock on Piers's door.
Piers, you there?
He's fucking like sleeping with
Yeah.
Mercury.
Yeah, like you're like cuddled up with Mercury on the bed.
Piers.
Yes. I
Would
just
you-
unlocked
would-
the door. And you hear it appears. You hear the door unlock. And like Mercury's like, what?
Don't,
Oh
just-
god.
just
don't be naked. We're coming in.
And then I'll open the door.
No, just stay. Just try to go to sleep. What?
He's like
it
already
is-
awake. Like
but
this is.
it's really late, and I just went through.
And like you see Saint
I
Loon walk
went
into the
through-
room.
Oh,
Yeah, but like say Loon though.
She was like, "Hi, how's it going?" Oh, Mercury, And Mercury's like, "What?"
Oh, Mercury, meet Saloon. Saloon Mercury.
That
you just,
I should just go to sleep. Actually, no.
like, he just like puts his hand on his forehead and just like slowly forces him to lie down.
Yeah, no, Mercury's just gonna lie down. He's like, actually, I don't want to be involved with this. He's like, I'm good.
Before I go back to sleep, and he points at us, did you see what I did last night?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Okay.
I'm working on it.
Don't worry about
It's you know what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, you'll get there. Don't worry. She kind of like walks over. She's short. She is significantly shorter than you
Yeah.
have seen her as. She kind of walks up. She's like about like hip height with you. She kind of gently pats you on like the leg. She's just like, hey, it's okay. You'll get there. I believe in you. And mark down in DM inspiration on your sheet so you can just re-roll any roll you want. That's a thing you can do on D&D Beyond. Mark it down.
Yeah, no, I put an inspiration on it.
Perfect. That's DM you. Re-roll a d20 at any time.
Yeah.
She goes, she's like, all right, I'll let you lovebirds be alone. All right. Let's go find someone else.
Yeah. Who do you want to go next?
I don't know. Who's next?
I don't
There's a
know.
lot of people. There's a lot of people.
Do you want to meet Tony?
Sure, let's go meet Tony.
Yeah,
Oh,
Tony.
I've seen her. She seems really cool.
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
Oh, let's go
She
find- let's
she
go
helped
find
with my gun.
her. Yeah, she did. She fixed it for you.
Yeah.
That was really nice of her.
Chances are she's probably still like just awake in the artificer thing.
That's true. Do you want to go down there?
Yeah.
All right, let's. You guys wander down to the. Where would Tony be late on a Friday night?
I feel like Tony is definitely
Partying.
not thinking about the time. You know, like Pud was right immediately. She's down there. She's probably wearing a hoodie.
You're using a work apron as a blanket.
Yes, wearing a work apron as a blanket. It's very cute. And she's just listening to her tunes.
At this point, it is completely empty down there. It is just you alone working on your things. As Pud and Saloon straight up enter.
Hey Tony.
Oh, hey, Pud. What could
Hi. Welcome.
Hi.
Oh yes.
Hello.
Tony. Meet Saloon.
I'm
Hi,
Saloon.
Saloon. Absolute pleasure if ever there was one.
Yeah. Good to meet you. I've seen you a few times.
Oh, I'll take that as a good thing. You are with Pud, so
I know. I have physical form today. I'm just getting a tour.
Yes. and I wanted her to like meet my friends and stuff.
Oh, I'm your friend. I mean, no, don't get me wrong. I think of you as my friend. It's just I wasn't sure where you were at with me officially.
Oh.
I mean, you fixed my gun. That makes us friends. Oh, yes.
And then I will hand the moonstone with full saloon fucking power imbued into it, and I will hand it to Tony.
Could you put this in like a staff?
Oh,
I mean, you have that wooden, like that large wooden wand, right?
I mean, no, that was a small wand.
That was the small one. Okay.
That was like the twisty one that he got from Daniel.
It was like that one
Oh,
was
yeah.
like a small stick.
Yeah.
oh my God, this is. I mean, yes, yes, I can if you want me to. That is the power.
I mean, you just gotta put it on that stick. It's not.
You see Saloon kind of like wink and then kind of give you like a snap, and then you feel like this sort of twinkle of like inspiration come over you, Tony.
Fuck yeah, dude. We're getting everyone inspiration. All right.
Sure, right, and you guys can't use it until next time. Bye.
Love it. Are we actually ending it there, or?
No, we're not. We still have to
Okay,
do
okay.
everybody else, and then we will. I got 15 minutes. Let's go.
Raven next. What's up?
Raven
Let's
next.
go.
Is that you? Like you're just like, bam, and Saloon like waves goodbye to Tony. Like, bye. You're really sweet. I like your hair.
Why I like yours too? Oh my God.
Like this like literal goddess is being dragged around by this kobold.
Okay, it's not. It's not being dragged around. It is a mutual handhold.
It is a mutual hand holding.
It's a date. All right, I gotta.
Yep. She's very happy to be with you.
Yes. Anyway, Raven.
You're gonna knock on Raven's door after Raven's great therapy appointment.
I'll just open the door, looking emotionally drained.
Saloon is just there. She's like, oh,
What?
Are you okay?
What is happening?
Oh, this is
everything
Saloon.
okay?
You are
Are
a
you-
very shiny lady.
Thanks. I'm kind of the moon.
Mhm.
What do you mean, kind of? You just are.
I am the moon, but like if I say I am the moon, people kind of get the wrong idea sometimes because they think I'm like actually like that round thing in the sky. I'm not. It's a whole thing. Anyway, are you okay?
Yeah. Perfectly fine.
Fucking bitch, I'm insight checking that. Don't even try to get that shit past me.
I mean, you have advantage. Saloon is literally right beside you.
Can't lie to a god.
That's
Oh,
a 21.
no. A 21.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Okay.
I mean, if you don't.
I'm fine, Pud. I just went for round 2 of the mind thing. I'm just
Hey.
tired.
Next time, let me know. We can have a talk some other time. All right.
Yeah, sure. So your Moon is here.
Yeah.
Any particular reason?
What's a
Why?
date?
On a date.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I mean, hey, you should let Put know or us know. Next time. We
We're
care
here for
about
you.
you. And Celine kind of reaches out, and she kind of gives you a little like pat on the cheek, very gentle, and you feel this sort of warmth kind of burst over you. You feel like you're gonna have really good dreams tonight. Like
Physical
Like,
affection. Wonderful.
it's just kind of like she got smiles. She goes like, all right.
Based off my insight check, I never actually realized. Does Raven? What's Raven's opinion on physical affection?
He doesn't know what to do with it a good chunk of the time.
All right, that's not good or bad. That's middle ground.
Middle ground, neutral.
Pud will give you a bit of a hug, and then he'll go back to Saloon.
Before we go meet Tanari, and then
Vander, fuck Vander.
Sure.
Only one of you gets it. All right, you're gonna. I'm guessing.
That's fair.
I'm
That's
guessing
fair.
Steven wants Tanari to have it. I'm gonna take her and stop by the cafeteria, and then knock, 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 knock on the door.
Don't you fucking do it. Don't you do it again.
We should
I would like. I'm just.
well, I just I might as well give it a shot while we're here.
And then I'll roll up my sleeves a bit, and I'm guessing this entire time we're like making conversation and just talking and stuff.
Yeah. Like
Mhm.
there's like concept of like chit chat, like small talk, stuff like that.
Mhm.
That's pretty good.
I'd like to try to make a cooking check to make an angel cake.
Yep, with advantage. Not only because Seilun is helping you, it's because she's literally right beside you and she's physically helping you.
24.
24. You make some pretty good angel cakes, and then they start being duplicated.
I mean, there's no one in the cafeteria, so it should be fine.
No, but they start stacking up on the tables. Some
that's-
janitor is real upset right now.
The janitors, no, they're asleep. It doesn't matter. And then
They don't need to know. They don't need to know.
I'll take the one. I'll take the one that I made, like that we made together, and
Yep.
then I cut some slices off, put them on plates, hand her one, and then
She kind of like sits like on the counter and kind of eats it. She's very casual for a god, but like it's fine. She's cool.
I will sit on the counter opposite her,
Mhm.
and
It's like, oh, these are so good. They're like practically back when I was like immortal, like almost identical.
I'm telling you, you just gotta let me know what you want. I'll cook you stuff.
Well, maybe I'll send you a couple messages every now and then.
It'd be my pleasure. And then I could like, if I leave things, that's a good question. If I leave things out for an offering, do you get them directly?
Time. Yes, I do.
Okay, good.
Well,
Just-
I mean, sometimes I can't take things because of like circumstances, but like, for the most part, I can. Like, I took the wine, and she kind of like pulls it out of her sleeve and puts it back.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, could you just take the rest of the cake I made? I want you
Oh
to have.
yeah,
it
she just like
specifically.
tucks it like into her sleeve, and it just completely disappears. Take it.
and then I will take her with me, like still having the plates and eating the cake.
Should we cut a piece for Tanari? Do you think you want one? Okay,
No, this-
I don't mind sharing.
I mean,
I'll take a plate and a fork, and I'll like put it in my bag of holding.
Okay.
And then we'll walk down the hall.
All right,
And go to
knock on the Tanari's door.
again. Ross is there.
Oh, Ross is there! Fuck! Is Tanari in his bedroom?
Yeah. Yeah, he's got his,
Alright.
he's got his weapons back now, so yes.
Yeah, and Ross is there. And there's a knocking on the door.
Tanari, come here.
And Ross goes, I think the door's for you.
Alright, he answers the door.
Literally, Seilun is standing there. She goes, hi.
Hi. Oh, Tanari, this is Seilun, in case you haven't met.
I mean, we've met. Well, I've met him. You haven't met me. Hey, how you doing?
Oh, Pudge, you brought her to meet me first. How nice.
Definitely. Absolutely.
I mean, of course, why would I not?
Yeah, we're like
I
best
can't-
friends.
Also, do you want some cake? You're the only one who's gonna get cake, don't worry.
Yeah, you're like, listen, we made cake specifically for the two of us for our date, but like we have a spare slice.
Do you want some?
Sure.
Oh,
Yep.
I'll pull the plate and the fork. I'm guessing she pulls out the cake.
Yep,
and
she
then
pulls out the cake. She literally pulls out like a slice of cake and just places it on it. And there's like no fingerprints or anything, even though she literally handed a cake and put it on a plate. There was a utensil used, but there's like no fingerprints or anything like it. It's actually like a really a quality cake as if it was just freshly cut.
Here you are. Oh, does Ross want to meet? Do you want to meet Ross? I mean, like, yeah.
I've actually met Ross's before. Ross's family is actually really close, and then you just see Ross just like look out the door and just like squint at Seilun, and she kind of goes, "All right," and she kind of looks at you and like taps her head of like, "All right, box that later." And then,
No, it's fair. It's fair. Richard gives off rancid ass energy. His vibes are awful.
and Ross is like, "Thanks, Pud. Love you too." I mean, okay, like
You gotta work on it a bit. Like you seem very sweet, but you gotta work on it. You're kind of a dick.
they're not that bad, Pud. They're just maybe.
I mean, yeah.
You can't judge people by circumstance.
I mean, yeah, that's true. I mean,
I
I'm
mean-
not the best either.
No.
Oh,
And then for the ending of our date, I'll take the.
Oh,
after
by
she's
the way,
been-
if Tanara eats the cake, it's like really fucking good cake. You get your inspiration.
I will take the plates and the forks and put them into my bag of holding. And then for the end of the date, I will take her out on a walk just around the gardens of the school. 'Cause I'm
Yeah.
guessing there's some druidic gardens, of course.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. That's where Vander usually is.
hmm I'll go there, and I'll end the date. And then if she lets me, oh,
Hey, Salute.
Yeah?
Could I give you a kiss? Would that be okay?
You know, I think I'd like that.
Pud's gonna just turn away real quick and then just do like a fist bump, like yes, and then
She's
turn
like
back
leaning down.
and then give a smooch.
Gives you a little smooch back. Kind of leans back up, and she's like, "This is fun. All right, I'll see you tomorrow, Pud. Go at least try and get some sleep."
I'll try my best.
Pud absolutely gets no sleep because he is staying up thinking about the fact that he just went on a great date. Because he's just—it's like when you're too excited for a school field trip, you know.
Yeah, and she kind of just fades away, like just like sparkle, like just like sparkles in the moonlight, and she kind of just fades away. After that, she's gone, and you don't get any sleep. And I think that's where we're gonna end the session. We got some things we need to wrap up next time, but like it's fine. The timeline's a little funky now, but that was worth it.
Fucking TVA people come out of
Hey.
nowhere and take people away.
Whoop!